smells
Do
zestfully
you use
clean.
bar
now.
soap or do you use
You know what? So I used to use bar soap, and I stopped because that shit is bad for your skin.
bar soap?
Drying you
So
out
bad
more.
for your skin.
You know what I thought was bad for your skin was the gel, because the gel makes my skin super dry.
I don't do that either. So
Well, you just don't.
I
Wash.
do. I use Old Spice.
yeah, I'm like fucking like white celebrities now. I just
Just
don't
like-
wash anymore.
like
yeah,
Mila
yeah,
Kunis
no, I
and-
shower like once a month.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Kelso. You know?
After 10 days, it just goes away.
once you see the
smell just
dirt,
goes away.
Once you see the dirt, you
done.
know,
I'm
you
done.
become nose blind,
No,
dipshit.
so
like
we,
that's why it goes away.
nasty.
What we get is we buy. It's so we go to Whole Foods. I'm sure you can find it.
Also, you got all natural shit.
Exactly. So what it is you buy Dr. Bronner's Castile soap.
I clean myself with an onion, like the Whole Foods onion.
No, I do not do that.
Did you know that onions?
I
can
just cut an
extract-
onion in half and I just rub it in my body.
Yo, they say put a.
I'm the healthiest
myself
I've
an
ever
onion.
been.
Have you
On that note,
ever
That's it.
heard?
I'm great.
They've said like put an onion in your sock when you go to sleep.
that is
I was like, so you
it,
want
like prevents the vampires, or is that garlic?
the vampires?
no. That
It's
what
garlic.
he's talking
It's
about
garlic.
is a
It's
is a
garlic.
old Hispanic
what?
remedy when you're
You're not
sick.
just gonna go over that. He said the vampires get. It
yeah,
keeps
you
them
never heard
away.
that shit? Yeah. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, but the vampires, like actual vampires.
I mean, no, you can't prove there's actual vampires, but like Dracula, like that was a thing.
all right. Well, if there was
Yeah.
a if there's a
Transylvania or whatever.
Yeah.
if there was a percentage, right, of out of 100 that
So
one
hold
of-
up. If you were to go to Transylvania, you wouldn't feel like, oh fuck, I might
There might be a vampire here.
I might see a vampire here.
Nah, I wouldn't.
That's like their birthplace.
No,
I wouldn't today because
Fucking daywalkers.
if they did that, everybody would know.
Sure.
Okay, so if
And so
there,
unless they want to come out and be like, "Yo, we're vampires, surprise!"
yeah,
So
like
yeah, I feel like they wouldn't do that unless they want to eat you or not
Yeah,
eat you, but
probably,
like
right.
there's
not gonna be
infect
witnesses.
you. I don't know what it is, right? Because like, what do vampires do
they
when they
just
bite
like
you?
they drink your blood.
They just kill you.
They want to drink
bring-
your blood.
You're once you see
But,
them,
like-
you're
like-
not going to be
like
able to
what-
tell
like,
your story.
Like, what is the action? What's the name for the action that they do? They don't like. Oh, I gotta.
They
Blood transfusion.
they ravish you.
Right. Like, what is it?
They bite into this thing in your neck that only they know exists, and then that's like their drink. They like that drink. I don't even think they eat. You know how bad it would be to like be alive forever and not want to eat any of the food that's around. People go like, "Let's eat," and then as a vampire, you're just like eating and swallowing for no
so wait.
reason.
So that's kind of how it was, like in like the beginning of time, right? Like
What, people didn't eat? No, they had to
people
eat.
were
They
like
humans.
like trying everything to see how it tasted. You know, like.
Dude, I always wondered like who was
Oh, it
the
would
first person
suck to
to
be-
try this shit.
Yeah.
Like to like discover it and stuff like that. Like you discovered a raspberry, but
Hey
also
man,
I
some
discovered
people had to be nasty motherfuckers. Like think about getting cow milk for the first time,
sure.
bruh. You know? Oh, you just accidentally discovered that type
I
of
think
shit?
it's funny always that Adam milked the cow when he was younger.
I mean, plenty of people have, you know. And school took me to a trip that made me do it.
Adam did
It's
some
not
cool
like
things.
true.
We've talked about this. Adam sang on stage with, or I don't know if you sang, but you were on stage with Jill Scott.
Yeah, but
That's the lady that later on in life.
What? Hold up! You're not, no, we're not gonna roll over that shit. What is that about?
We
What?
talked about this before.
tried to
Oh,
roll
no,
over
sir.
your vampires.
Not with me.
But it wasn't Jill Scott. It was Macy Gray.
You said
Oh.
Jason. No, you said Jill Scott.
no.
Not that that's not cool.
You've told me
but
Jill Scott before.
It's different.
Are you sure? I think you said Jill Scott.
I don't think
Man,
so.
I don't think it was Macy Gray.
I'm pretty positive that's what I told you.
No,
before,
because
but
I've always
that's-
had it was Jill Scott in my head. Oh, well, that's not as impressive.
I mean, but it's still,
Well, I'm
you
not,
know?
I'm not gonna
Macy
say all
Gray.
that.
Macy, no, well, Macy Gray is one thing. Jill Scott's another. We're not going to go there.
That is true. They're two different singers.
It's true.
Yeah.
Adam and Dave are different. That's just the way it works.
That's life.
No.
I mean, it's
okay,
true.
so we're talking about vampires, right?
We're not. We don't have to.
If there's a
anymore,
percentage
actually.
of like,
oh, you want to? Okay.
what do you think the odds are?
That's
you,
my.
you don't even have them labeled. You didn't.
That's
do
the
that on
chime.
purpose.
No, I did. That's the chime for,
Chime
for our
months,
vampire
months
talk. When
in
we,
with
whenever
these
we have
sound
Is it
effects,
more
he's still
likely-
not on point with
is
this.
whenever we have a
It's embarrassing.
fancy topic come
It's
up.
embarrassing.
You
We've had months to work on that, pal. You're still not on top of
know? Listen, man.
You should have
to
like
be
a
fair. To be fair,
schematic
I'm
of-
here alone trying this shit. It doesn't make sense when I'm leading the topic
Watch.
and I'm the only one
I'm gonna
talking
randomly
about the topic,
hit one
and I have
right
the other
now.
buttons.
it. That is true.
We're laughing at you right now.
So
and
I feel
didn't
like I feel like your co-pilot over there needs to step
No, he
the game
don't.
up
He don't want me
over
to
there.
touch the pads.
Ah, right.
Well, because he hits them all the time.
Yeah.
Well, either way, listen. So, if we're in Transylvania,
Okay.
So first, why would you go there? Like, it's just castles
To
and
hunt
shit.
for vampires, obviously.
To go hunt for vampires.
There's really nothing
Yo,
else to
do
do
you
there.
watch those shows where they hunt for ghosts?
I don't like watch it. I know.
I
of
don't
it,
watch
though.
that either.
No.
Why would you even want to do that? Like, I'm
don't
not
know.
a person
So I
that say
feel
like
like-
ghosts exist, but I'm
I
not
feel
gonna go
like-
like hunt them.
I feel like, man, like I want to believe in that stuff, right?
You want to?
In a way, right?
I mean, I think like
because
there's
that shows there's some kind of afterlife.
or not. Now you're just a walking being on the earth, fucking
don't know.
hunting
I-
people.
so,
and
like,
What if we've
I-
got it
we're
all
just
wrong?
running the streets, fucking
struggled-
with the living.
I struggled with mortality a lot growing up.
I think everybody does. Even
no,
so.
but I was like panicking. Like, yeah, the whole like 2000.
Oh, didn't we discuss your
Y2K
Y2K?
I thought
fiasco?
we're all done, dude. Like, yeah, like it was over.
I know
you
as a kid it's hard to understand what any of this means. And then you depend on the grown-ups to guide you. Right?
My
So,
dad's like, dude, like that's nothing, man. Like they're making a bigger deal out of it. And he
Like,
showed
you're-
me the actual like what they were talking about. Like it's just like
computers can't
yeah,
roll
and
over.
how
like,
it says
well,
00, and it's like why would that determine the end of?
I think
the
even
world?
then I
Like,
thought
it's just the year 2000. You
there,
can't.
there was a time where
notate that
nobody.
Do you
Yeah.
remember Conan?
In the year
Oh my god, dude! I used to watch that all the time, dude. It was so great.
In the year 2000.
Thank you for bringing that up, man. I missed that. That was so dope.
And then he would be like, in the year 2000. And they were always so funny because you didn't know what the fuck it was going to bring. So
I kind of want to look back on that now, just to kind of see.
Oh,
if
those were good.
anything
And then
connects.
he would have, in the year 2000.
All you have to do is watch one Conan O'Brien video on YouTube, and you'll probably find like 30 of them in your suggested thing.
Sure.
The
It's
YouTube
sad.
algorithm is
It's-
crazy.
I guess I just never. Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
a crazy
I never think
world.
to search stuff like that, but like when it comes up, you're like, oh fuck, I should watch that.
Yeah, I mean,
But so yeah, I struggle with mortality a lot, and then that's what made me kind of think about supernatural shit. Like maybe there is something afterward.
Yeah, I'm not a big,
So my
big on
thing,
that
like
person.
the reason why it's freaking me out so much is I was like, when you do pass, it's just nothing. Like it's just darkness. It's black. You're done. There's no existence after it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like that should fuck with me as like a 12, 13-year-old because I just think about that while going to sleep, and it's just like, isn't this a peek at what it's like?
Sleep is the cousin
haunting,
of death.
it's haunting
It's like
as
what peek
thought
at
said.
it, you know.
I never
12
sleep.
years old.
Yeah.
Because sleep is the cousin of death.
So I guess
That's
yeah.
what dude said, right?
So that's
what he said.
I don't know. So like I'm thinking about that now with the whole vampire talk. It's like they promise it immortality, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can't die unless you walk into the sun or somebody stabs you with a wooden stake in your heart.
A wooden stake, or they shoot you with a steel bullet.
What?
A silver
what,
bullet.
What if
yeah,
you-
exactly. What? Yeah,
Which I mean,
yeah, a
like-
silver bullet, right.
If you care enough to go and get a bullet branded out of silver and shoot me with it, then you got it.
Can you imagine that whole process?
You got it.
waiting
I don't know how many
waiting in line
bullets
with
you
your
got.
bullet. Like I'm gonna get this one silver plated. Just waiting in line, sitting there. It's like,
Like,
yeah. What do you?
How
mean?
many bullets do you have?
What if you? Why would you only do one?
You got to make sure you got me. You know?
Like you should get all of the bullets you have.
You better be point blank.
silver. Yeah, because like, why would you only get one? Now you're like, damn, I missed. Shit.
Like, hold on, I'll be back for you in about a week and a half when the next one is
because I
done.
feel
You just wanna
I feel
fucking let it
I feel like
ride
at
at it,
that
man.
point, they're then gonna like you're theirs now. Or they're just gonna eat you.
Like
That's
if you
probably
miss
true.
with that one
We're-
silver
we're-
bullet.
We're talking about vampires right now, so
I mean, but like, what is a vampire though? You know?
So where's the first place?
Is
you
it- is it what they
superhuman
portray?
in my head. I don't know.
Is it what they
like,
portray like in movies, or is it like the count? You know?
he's like decrepit?
Oh,
and,
the
like,
count would be awesome. One time we're gonna fight.
He's like 80
Two.
years old forever.
2 times you
How
punched
does
me in
that
the
work?
face. 3.
So he's narrating.
Man,
it
I
in
really
his-
hope that's not what it's like. Man, that would suck.
You're just sitting there, just
Maybe-
like getting beat by the fucking count.
That's why they don't come out.
They're like they're
don't-
like
they
they're
don't like
like
us.
remedial mathematicians at that point. Like
We could do
they're
basic
like
math.
2,000 years old. It's like, man, I can't keep up with this shit anymore. Like
What if we really thought that being a vampire was a glorified life, like in all of these fucking
They're
shows?
they're
and
really
they're just going
miserable.
through it like we are. They wake up, shit, we gotta go drink some more blood. Gotta go
Like,
drink
it's
some
harder
more
for us
blood.
to. You don't understand how hard it is to eat. I have to try to kill people in 2022.
No, they don't kill.
Without people
They
knowing.
drink enough blood so that they can be full but not kill the person. I think because I think they come back to the victims per what I've seen on TV.
Man, there was a really good show that just came out about vampires called Midnight Mass on Netflix. That shit was very dope.
There's too many vampire shows.
It was so good.
What was that other show on HBO?
Oh, something blood, right? True Blood.
True Blood. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
That seemed weird too. Honestly, it seems like a really laborious life to be a vampire.
I'm
It
not like
probably
glorifying vampire shit. Like, in fact, I don't really dig on all that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I don't
I've
even
seen
know how
enough
we got to
movies
vampires.
to talk about it,
Transylvania?
though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What?
I don't even know. I said I don't know how we got the vampires, and then I was like, oh, vampires, and then they brought
I
them,
think we're talking about mortality,
and that they live forever.
Yeah.
about like the Y2K thing.
What if you became a vampire at an old age, and you had to be a vampire from that age, from like
Yeah,
like 65?
So
like,
because you're stuck at the
you
age
wake
you're at,
up-
So
right?
that's kind of what I'm saying. Like Dracula seems like an old decrepit man, and it's like, so what? They just hit 80, and like there's just like that's it.
No, I don't-
Forever Then
I'm
Like,
saying,
you're just
like,
an old man forever now.
do you become a vampire and stay the
But then
age
in, like-
that they got you
but
a
then in,
vampire?
like-
Like, what if you're a kid and you
But
can't do
then in,
anything?
like Dracula with like who was it? Brad
don't think
Pitt.
they- do they have,
the
like,
newer
age
one?
Do they
limit?
not get minors?
They don't.
Vampires have morals
Exactly.
and ethics.
You have to wait until you're
Exactly.
at least 18.
At least 18.
I won't suck on your neck and draw the blood from you until.
I feel like they just like watch you before you hit. Then once you hit 18, they're just like, oh,
That's
yeah,
weird
it's
too,
all mine,
man.
dude.
Isn't that like-
fresh
So they're
blood?
stalkers too.
Fresh blood.
So vampires just got all the time in the world. Just like, I'm gonna eat that blood one day.
Sure.
Well, they can't go out into the light, so during the day they just be chilling. You know,
Oh, I missed you again.
they're like,
I missed you again.
you know what?
You go inside too early. I can't come outside yet.
In Disturbia with Shia, you know, he's like in his
Shia.
fucking in his room, just chilling, looking at the binoculars the whole time.
Are you aware of what goes on in your neighborhood? Like, do you pay attention to like your
I do.
neighbors? And,
Yeah.
Do you? Like
To some degree.
Can you recognize who your neighbors are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you as well, right?
I mean, we're like in a subdivision of sorts. So like, I mean, for the
your
most
neighborhood
part,
in general is your
We're-
own subdivision.
We're familiar with both of our neighbors on both sides. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I know like
And then like I mean I could kind of understand who's on the whole block by, you know,
I have no idea who the fuck
random,
is next door.
Like this person jogs or this person walks their dog at this time.
it's right. I think it's important to know the cars that
That
belong
too.
on your block.
Right.
It's important to know who should be going inside.
Quit parking on my
and then-
fucking block if you don't live on my fucking block. All right, you know who you are.
Me and
all
Adam
right?
had that.
That is
checking out my
disturbing.
parking, bro. Okay.
Every
Me-
block around ours is permit. Ours is the only one that isn't. So it's like
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I
you're
would,
fucked.
I would park on your block.
I have a 2-car garage. Sure. Like, well, why wouldn't you?
Adam,
right?
why'd you
But-
park here? You don't even live in this fucking city.
Then I'm like driving around
mean-
these like permit, and they're just like there's like open spaces, and there's like people are double parking, and it's just like fuck, man, like I want this. Granted, I could
I
buy a
want
permit,
this so
but I'm just like
bad.
I also don't want to spend $150 on a permit. Just
Well, why should you have to? You know what? Your block is not. It's not permanent.
get off my block. Get off my fucking block.
Speaking of block, what block?
All right.
What block is this podcast based off of? Because at some point we're gonna have to introduce this shit.
Nah, I mean, word. Like, you
What's
know,
my block?
Word.
I didn't even really decide. Well, whatever. You know, I wasn't sure where we're getting started at, and
I didn't know either, but I thought about
Hey,
it.
I
Adam,
wanted to do,
hey,
like-
Adam,
It's been
where are we
currently-
from though?
yo, welcome to the Kiona and Kasson podcast.
Did you
Thank
start
you.
the rock?
No,
I
I
little
grabbed
bit,
the
though.
mic. You know,
It's the rock.
It's the rock in here.
the Rock is definitely in the building. He's not. Nobody
Babe
from the Rock.
outside got
is
rocks
here.
in
no
here.
one from the Rock is here.
I don't land
can
at
tell
the
by our
airport,
subscriber
I
count.
Call it the
We're
clear
closer
port.
to having the Rock than anyone from Rockefeller.
Like,
And we're not even close to that at
No,
all.
the only rock we're getting close to
We
is
just
if we
kind of-
pick one up from outside and
we have
bring
the
it
same
inside.
skin, we have the same
That's
skin
some
tone
rock.
as the Rock. That's about it.
Then you just put it on the table. It's the rock in here,
Yikes.
and that's the only
Pet
rock.
rocks were a
This
thing.
is
Yeah.
episode number 131 of the Kiona and Kasson
It's
podcast.
appropriate. 31. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Sometimes you just be saying things, just say things. So I don't know.
Just, why do you say things?
Why do you even
It's
go
just
there?
what it
dude?
is. I'm your host, Adam, here with my brother Osama and my boy Dave.
What up?
Ben is back there. He was shaking his head a lot earlier.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold's in the
here.
background as
Cold
usual.
Stone Cold's back there too. There's
The Rock in here.
a couple of occurrences of Stone Cold.
Wasn't there like a
couple of
piece
occurrences
at the
of
bottom of that
MJ.
poster out there?
I have no idea, but there's one at the top.
Okay.
I don't know. There's one at the top though.
I mean, look, you brought it, and when you brought it, it didn't have the bottom part. So
Thanks, Sam.
Well,
You know.
hey, welcome to all the new subscribers.
Yeah, welcome. We hit 270.
Oh,
so what up?
I saw that.
Yeah.
270.
Bing, bing.
You don't got an air horn or anything, right? We'll just applaud
We'll take that.
ourselves.
We'll take that.
That is a
Thank
good
you.
applause moment.
Thank you to each and every one of you.
Yes, thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for watching.
Thank
if
you
do
for
indeed
welcoming
watch.
me back too.
Nah.
Yeah.
What? Pff, of course.
It is good
That's,
to be back.
Dave was the 270th subscriber after he left the show.
Wait, I'm not a
unsubscribed.
subscriber? Wait a minute.
In fact, I don't even think I'm following it yet or subscribing it.
That'd be
yet.
hilarious.
I'm joking. I am.
That would be fucking funny. Like, you subscribe to our
Oh,
podcast?
actually, I found out that I've been commenting under my wife's YouTube profile.
What's that?
I think it's her name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we
But
haven't
it's
seen
kind of
what
funny.
is it? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I didn't notice it for the longest time, but yeah,
That's
whatever.
pretty funny.
Just a little small thing. Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, hey, whatever.
So yeah,
It's cool, Candace.
Candace Jr.
shout out to Candace.
2,
Like, wait, what?
Candace 2.
Like, I'm a dude, man. I'm a dude.
I am
There's
I
a lot
am.
of
certified.
already nonsense happening in the comments, so we gotta.
Oh, there's a lot of
Yo,
nonsense in the comments.
about
yeah.
that fucking King
How much-
Romulus guy.
How
dude.
much do you have to like weed out? Like how many? Like does that happen
I don't even
always see,
filter 'em.
like the comments are mild from what I.
Yeah,
always
we don't
see.
really get many
So, like,
comments.
are
The
you-
only comments
okay.
are very.
Okay.
So it used to be things.
We get
where-
comments from Maisha. Shout out to Maisha.
Right. We used to get more constructive comments, right? Like, oh, the show should do this, or
It's like the
Patreon
people who
that.
left those comments took a step back when the people who started leaving like the we want your feet comments.
Like,
started
are they
jumping in.
still here? Because hey, I gotta address King Romulus for a second.
Yeah, what up?
The table cannot go, and it must not. It mustn't.
Well, so I
Can't
feel
not,
like
won't
he
not.
does.
Will not.
No, he does have a point. It is a bit big.
Well, that's what she said, and you got to keep going. with it.
Honestly, it's not though, man. Like I think it's just the shape of the table that makes it look like it's. And Sam, all the way on one side, and then
I mean, you guys are entitled. to
it's
your
just the
opinion.
spread.
So
you
is
know?
he. But I'm going to say I don't.
I sits where I
I'm not.
sits.
I'm not in full disagreement with what he said.
I am.
I just like to have
Hey,
the table
this
over
is
not having
dope.
the table.
Don't get me wrong.
No,
This is
because he
very
didn't
fucking
say it
cool.
the reason you're saying it.
What was
He's
that?
saying because he
Ah.
wants to see the feats.
Wait. Oh, so he's part of that.
Yes, remember, he's the guy
section.
that liked our podcast, but also called us
You got a dream,
meat with,
little foots.
meat with shoes.
I didn't realize that was that. Okay, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying
Yeah.
the table can stay.
Okay.
And
Table
if
can
you
stay.
want to see the feats,
Table-
you're going to have to look for them.
Table's
I mean,
good.
like,
This is a good
listen.
table. It's not even that big.
It's a good table.
Not even that big.
Hey, you should get a bigger table.
I feel like I'm in
This table is not big enough.
Actually, this bit, yeah, it's a little
Hey,
bit bigger, a little bit.
Where you get this little ass table from, man?
This is kind of small, actually.
They sell these?
You said they sell these. You bought this?
So would you rather go to space or all the way down into the ocean?
Man,
so this
I
is
was
what you're
thinking
talking about
about
we've
that
discussed.
shit on Thursday because I heard something on NPR
It sounds like
radio.
something we've discussed before, right?
I thought you were saying that this is what we've discussed before. We should
Yeah,
start
but-
to do to get back
But
at it.
let's dive a little
Space.
further. Space?
Space hands down. I ain't going into the ocean. Fuck the ocean, man.
I don't know,
You're
man.
equally dead in either situation.
Yeah, but the ocean is much
that's
scarier,
two different
man.
deaths. I mean, obviously, but like also, there's just so much to it, though.
Like I want to see. Okay, so I'm not arguing the.
I would love to have the
I feel
feeling
like
from space.
I feel like it's. I don't know, man. To get to space is already uncertain.
Okay, so let me tell you this.
I feel
Going
like
down.
So what are we talking about?
You
The
can,
depth?
you can dive into water, and then you know that like you're hitting.
Okay, so
you kind of
you're
know
kind-
what you're doing.
You're right, but you're wrong.
I totally am. I'm sure
Because-
I don't really. I don't really know it because I haven't done
but-
it yet. So
Okay, consider this. You are in a little pod or thing that goes down into the ocean because that's what they do, right? When you go up into space, you're in
a
this
mini
you're in this-
submarine or
You're in a pod as well. It's a spaceship, and one's a ocean ship.
You don't have
Right.
living life forms actively trying to
So,
kill you in
listen-
space.
yeah, but
at least
listen,
to the point where we've
I'm
been.
not even thinking about the living life forms.
Well,
I really don't.
That's an additional danger in
That's
the ocean.
not what I'm worried
That's
about.
true.
The biggest,
It's an additional danger.
That's
the
something you have
immediate
to think
danger,
about, yeah.
the immediate danger in the ocean is probably that you're going to drown.
Clear and present danger.
So even if you go 100 feet in a rocket, the potential of blowing up is there. If you go down 100 feet in your little pod and it falls apart and you got to make it up 100 feet, you may or may not make it. Right? So
Okay.
there's a chance you'll drown in 100 feet just like you'll blow up in 100 feet. No?
Yeah, but they've gotten really successful at doing this whole getting to space thing, and now that like SpaceX 'cause Elon Musk is a fucking genius. Like now that like,
They've
all
done
that
a lot
shit
in
is
the
happening-
The way to navigate a rocket to land on its own is very, very awesome and
Yeah.
very like next level.
They made it to Mars now. Now I'm comfortable going to space. They got a drone to land on Mars.
I was gonna say, ain't nobody at fucking Mars.
Is that
Yeah,
still a
there's not
thing?
people, but
Or was
yeah.
that all just a big lie?
I feel like so was that us or was that China?
I don't know. It was us, I think, right?
I'm not sure.
It was NASA, I think.
I don't know.
We got. I don't
So
know.
they released that new telescope recently.
And then I called
Right.
Look
bullshit
at
on
these two
that.
injections. Is that you trying to kill me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, put poison in that.
We all know it now because I just said it on camera. So it's fine. I'm
So
fine
if you
with it.
fall out, Dave is now suspect number one. It's
Cool. It's all right.
Enemy of the state.
You can't prove shit.
Record it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Wait. Okay. What was the question again? Would I rather explore the ocean or space?
Well, yeah.
Which one?
you wanna go
Okay,
to?
cool. I'm gonna say I would rather explore the ocean. I don't know, man. No, space. Space.
So is that your final answer? No.
Yeah. Because
Have you guys watched all the Will Smith, like Welcome to Planet Earth and A Strange Rock or
No.
whatever? He, I was watching one yesterday. He did like, he was basically just talking about like all the space and like the atmospheres on different planets and shit. He's like, started off talking about how the sun is necessary for us to be here, but it's also like one of our biggest enemies at the same time. Like it's not trying to do anything good for you. It's a big fucking ball of
It
fire
just
that's
happens to
eventually
be
going to
there.
destroy you. you
Like,
know?
all these planets are around me. Now I gotta be their like mother.
And then just started talking about like all the different mechanisms that the Earth has to basically not fry up into a big fucking piece of dust.
And they're
essentially,
leaving us as we speak. Our atmosphere is going.
Then they were talking about the hole in the ozone layer and how like now that's essentially repairing itself.
Can
Yeah,
we
it
talk
is.
about how
So-
misleading the ozone layer name is? Right, you would think that you'd want to be a hole in it. It's the ozone, right?
But it's
the
oxygen, right? It's just a layer of oxygen.
Ozone
and
layer.
When I learned that, I was like, well, I feel like that shouldn't really necessarily.
So
be
we're
that difficult
running
to-
out. So we're running out of
to-
oxygen, essentially.
Well, no.
Well, we have
I
to
mean,
plant more trees.
I think the Amazon is going to be a big issue for us.
Yeah, because they're fucking deforested.
He talked about that too in a different episode. Will Smith has taught me, well, not him himself, but like the company he keeps has taught me a lot.
I mean, he taught you a little bit in Fresh Prince, I'd assume.
I got my Fresh Prince 5s on right now. You know?
Can you see his feet now, motherfuckers?
I mean, you should see these. 'cause
don't mention it.
You should see these things.
Peep his feet. How about that?
Wait, no, definitely I'm choosing space.
All right, so I would choose space. I think it would be awesome to see what the fuck is out there.
Yes.
I mean,
We have no ability to really explore much of space because there's just more space outside of the space that
well,
we
if we ever get
encompass.
the
Well,
idea,
so we
need
do
to-
have an idea of the whole like
Yeah, yeah.
picture. Yeah.
we
to
have
some
to be
degree.
able to. We have to find a way
Right.
to travel as fast as we can.
Like almost to where
Speed
they
of
can
light.
prove that there's multiverses.
Yeah,
we got to get to speed of light.
yeah.
That's what we have to get to. So in order for us to do that, so we can travel faster
Right.
through space.
The galaxy is on Orion's belt.
You're on Orion. What are you, fucking Men in Black?
That's a clear quote directly from that.
Here comes
Since
the
we
Men
were
in
talking
Black.
about Will Smith.
Galaxy
what the fuck?
Defenders.
Can't you see I just tie everything all together here? I do this shit.
Okay. All right.
He said, "I do this shit."
This is episode 131.
Would you
We
rather
here,
be
man.
Neo
No.
or Will Smith's character from Men in Black?
Neo, like from Matrix?
Yeah.
Why that question?
I'd
Because
rather-
they're similar.
I'd rather be Will Smith's character from Men in Black.
Because both have veils that are lifted for them, so they know what's going on, like aliens, and they can,
Yeah, but the Matrix is
you wouldn't think that those
it's
guys
the
know
Matrix.
a little bit about the Matrix.
it's the Matrix. It's like when
know
it's like
about-
when Stewie does simulations.
Who's
in Family
cooler
Guy,
is what
you
I'm
know?
asking. Who's a cooler character? Who would you
Neo.
rather be?
Neo's cooler.
Neo's a cooler character.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd like to be
the gun knowledge, the fighting knowledge that he has, the actual overall knowledge.
Yeah, but look at the toys that
His
Men in
ability to
Black-
dodge bullets.
He can
you know?
literally just download information.
Men
into
in
his
Black
brain.
had cartoon like fucking guns.
Will
Like,
Smith. Will Smith was like bumbling around for half the movie.
It's pretty funny
You know?
though, man.
Not saying he's not funny. I'm saying the character
And
you're
then he
talking
became-
about.
and then he became a vet, though,
I'll say
you know?
this.
Yeah.
Will Smith's character seemed,
I don't know, man.
seemed to have had a lighter time.
Neo most definitely is a way better character.
But
in my
Neo's
opinion.
skills don't come into play in real life, only in the Matrix.
No, but I'm saying like if he can still function in the real world, like
There was
he's
no
also a very
lightheartedness.
smart person. Then,
But I
like,
mean, just like as far as like his skill set, it's not necessarily. I mean, I guess it's advantageous in some situations, but
yep, Neo,
don't know.
Neo for me.
So it's all seriousness in Neo's world. That's my problem. Like in Men in Black, there's some room for some goofiness. Like
gotta joke around a little
in the
bit.
Matrix, you're like, oh, you can't be even happy. You just gotta be mad that
He said you can't be happy.
you're just so fucking mad.
the best scene in all of the Men in Black series is still when he's taking a test.
They take
this
him out.
this also isn't to say that I don't like Men in Black. I thought it
You
was a
should
great
love
series.
Men in Black. It's
a great
hilarious.
series.
Yeah.
You know, the alien like
I don't know if I
threw
like
up on him.
the newest one with Thor in it.
I'd
Who
never
plays Thor.
watched that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays
Like, I'll never watch-
Tommy Lee Jones' character.
I'll never
Yeah.
watch Men in Black's. White Men Can't Jump. White Men
Oh, the
Can't-
newest one. That's
I will
coming out.
not watch that.
I
refuse.
don't know why they wouldn't just have them do it, like Wesley.
Because they're kind of old.
Did we talk about this,
rather,
guys?
yeah, we okay. I'm sorry, and I just want to say that I'm just surprised they didn't approach Wesley and Woody with
Yeah,
this.
but they're
Wait, so
old.
they didn't at all.
I wonder if they did.
I
If they
wouldn't-
I feel like they would have to
why
get their
they-
blessing. Like, come on, man, do these fucking actors, these
Or
like
even
legendary movies justice, and like get the blessing
Right.
of the stars first. If you tell me, hey, this guy was the star, he was like, yo, it's time for a refresh on this. Like, do it. Like, I'll be involved as much as
Right.
you want me to. Da, da, da. Like, that would be
They're
perfectly cool.
old. What are they gonna do? Be like the old school player? Like I think Woody's significantly older than Wesley. It looks like.
Significant. Oh wait, like actually or looks
Yeah, in
like?
the actual like.
Oh okay.
Like I think they
don't
look
know.
like
I
there's
really
a-
don't know.
There's a discrepancy in age.
Man,
I mean, we
Wesley-
haven't seen much Wesley.
looks good.
He does,
He was
but-
in that new Netflix movie with Kevin Hart,
Oh yeah,
or was it or like a series or a movie? I'm not sure which one it was.
I think
It was dope.
I think it's a movie, but I didn't watch that. I heard about it though.
I feel like he doesn't. I don't know what Wesley looks like. I mean, obviously he's older.
I mean, they're
know
not.
that.
I don't expect them to like be
What's
running the
best
courts.
Wesley
and-
movie?
Man, I don't even know. New Jack City.
Possible.
New Jack or White Man Can't Jump. Because then there's
Yeah.
also Money Train.
Money Train is great.
Shit.
Blade.
I know I'm missing some. Damn. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
He was in Blade. For some reason, I can't remember. Oh, Passenger 57.
That was a great one.
That was a pretty cool movie.
I don't remember that one too much.
He was he was Passenger 57.
Shut up.
He was the 57th one.
He was a passenger number 57 on a flight.
56 came on, and then he was next.
He was 57.
Then
You know,
58.
Naturally. Yep.
Yep.
58 actually
He
didn't get
sat
there.
in some row that had number. What?
58 didn't get there. Actually, he was the last.
Yo,
one.
there's nothing better than a flight that the person next to you doesn't make it, or
I'm glad you missed your flight.
Wait,
sucker.
wait. You said there's nothing better than it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I
get a
okay,
whole.
Or
like,
they just
seat
didn't
to
book
your
that
right.
seat.
I wasn't sure
Yo,
if you were mad about
so
that. I was like, why would you want
it's
Oh,
not-
something?
I wanted
celebrate
them
other
to
people's
make their
misfortunes.
flight. Yo,
It's an open seat. Like,
the last
look.
the last flight I got on in going to Puerto Rico last year, or coming home, we were getting on our seats, and it was me and Vivi, and some dude was sitting in the seat next to the aisle, and I was like, I got to get to my seat, so he kind of moved, but he kind of just like
I don't like that.
very little.
Like,
I-
pretended like he moved.
Up,
Like,
stand up.
yeah, yeah. So
and then
I was,
back. Like,
I was
that's-
like,
man.
so I looked
Yo.
at him and I looked at the stewardess. I was like, "Are you gonna move?" And he's like, "All right." So he got up and he got up and stood.
You actually said that?
Yeah.
That's dope.
gangster. Yeah.
So we sat down and then they let him.
Are you gonna move?
Dude, I gotta get in. I'm not no little motherfucker. I'm gonna move
True.
you.
Right.
So
I'm gonna
like,
move you.
I'm gonna step on your feet on purpose.
so
if you don't
we-
move.
So I
Yeah.
got in. So we sat
you see
down.
my
Watch the corns.
So he sat down and he ended up sitting over at another seat. But it was great because I got a free seat next to me and I was just sitting there just like this. I was able to just lean and this is my whole armrest. That's usually a battle.
It's a
I don't
beautiful
like
thing
that
when
battle.
there's one side with nobody on them. That's why we chose this house because, like, you know,
Nobody was
on a
next to
corner. Yeah, only one side, and then the other side there's nothing.
It's not, that's pretty strategic.
Yeah,
Got to give it to you.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like to be surrounded.
I'm flying first. Well, we're flying first class for the first time.
What?
Yeah, she got some type of. She was supposed to fly somewhere last year, and which it was family related, and it was really bad. But so it ended up having to get canceled, and then on their end, and then rescheduled and canceled again. So they reimbursed her with the free ticket.
Oh shit.
But then she could upgrade it to first class for free, and then I'm just gonna buy my ticket.
Nice.
And then we're going to Key West. We're gonna get a
Nice.
5-star resort for like 7 days.
Okay, doing it big.
Because we realized like we haven't been on vacation for 2 years, working our fucking asses off. We got a new house that we're still working on. Like, let's just go and get away
Hell
for
yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
should,
not do
you know?
anything. Because like we were thinking Airbnb it locally. We'll just drive around and stuff, rent a car. We're like, nah, let's just get to the
No,
resort,
dude, because
live it up a little bit.
the problem is with
'Cause we
Airbnb, it's going to be my problem always.
Not on some bragging shit, just like some grateful shit. Like,
No, yeah, for
we're able
sure,
to
man.
do it.
No.
Yeah.
But me and Vivi were looking yesterday, but the flights right now, we don't know how we're gonna. Like, if you look at all inclusive, the flights it comes with, it's like with Frontier, but Frontier has all those hidden charges. So I was like,
Yeah.
might as well just go to a better airline.
Yeah.
But no, my beef with fucking Airbnb is that if you're gonna do a beach vacation specifically,
Nobody's there to clean it for you?
Nobody cleans the sand. Like, the floor is gonna be sandy. You got to make sure you
I
ain't
thought about
tracking
that
no
too.
sand into the bed.
There's extra charges for that then.
I don't know what the charges are, but it
maintenance
sucks.
fee or something like that.
It just sucks that
or an
you
extra maintenance fee.
for the whole time you're there. That's there.
And
That's what
you're
I'm saying.
thinking about that, the whole time too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's cases where people like clog drains with sand, I guess, because like,
Damn.
Hotels can take that.
and
you
there's
know?
an extra charge on that. Yeah, so the hotels will eat that cost. Then.
I do.
Yeah.
I put literally a fucking towel right by the bed.
Yeah.
And I put a towel by the patio, by the patio, right by the door.
I need 17 towels to line from where my room starts to where the bed is.
No, just so I like, you don't track sand in, you don't track
I
sand in
get
the
you, man.
bed.
I get that.
It's not a bad
smart.
idea, honestly. Yeah.
Right.
Because, dude, that's the
Got towels covering the
it's
bed.
probably
and
the
shit.
worst. Yeah, and that's another thing. Fresh towels. When you're on the beach, you're gonna take all the towels you can. So you got fucking fresh towels and
Shit, just bring some tarp.
tarp.
Yeah, just line
Put
the
it
room
in,
in tarp. Just line the room
they
in
come
tarp.
in and it
Fuck
looks like, why do they have tarp on the ground? Like, we're gonna murder
Like,
somebody.
I'm saving y'all. Fuck you.
You just gotta get like
You're welcome.
some shit to put on the bottom of your shoes when you walk in. You know?
The fuck happened to the carpet?
Nothing. Because
Did
I got
y'all,
these little
y'all
protections on my
remove this
shoes.
shit and put tarp down? Like,
Oh man.
sorry. Yeah.
Dude, imagine like coming in as a housekeeper.
Hilarious.
Right, you're just like,
Wait a minute.
and then like you flash back to the show you watched yesterday, like
Some dead bodies.
like
Somebody got
5
killed.
clues that you have a murder on your hands. It's fucking tarp. Oh, that's number 1.
Like a
Gloves
knife with
too.
ketchup or something like lying out somewhere. Like, I was cutting a burger with that. Yeah, okay.
It's on the tarp a little bit. Like, why is it on the tarp? Oh, I was walking with it, and
We got very far
See
from
what
sand.
happened was,
but that's the best part about being in a hotel.
Sure.
They'll clean that up.
that's the best part. Yes.
Hey
If
man,
you
clean
murder
the rest-
somebody,
Clean this shit up for me.
you pay them enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Take
you
care of
probably
it.
work that out. Like, listen,
Take care of it.
off the books.
Off the books.
more.
I hit you with little.
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, like you could really just ask for more at that point.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
as much
until
as
you
you
get-
have. What's in your pockets? I want the car.
Right.
Like, how much will it take until I am not able to work or not having to
I'll
work
take them
anymore?
cement
you know?
fours.
No, but I think that there's something to be said about having a hotel over Airbnb. Airbnb is cool because it's kind of like it's your own shit. But
Airbnb, it's all situational, man. It depends on the nature of the vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we went to San Francisco, right? Big ass crew of people, and there was like probably 12 or 13 of us, and we got what do they call it? Like it's almost like billionaire row type of thing, like where all the tech people
okay.
all
Silicon
reside
Valley?
and shit. Yeah, it's like at the top of the hills in San Fran, like it's whatever. But so it was a big ass place. And
I know where we can
were there
stay
just
where
to explore.
nobody can make it to. The top of the hills over here in San Francisco. Nobody wants to come
Yo,
up.
man, honestly, if you've never been,
You told me about
it's
this
fucking.
one.
It's almost torture. Like you your calves are burning at the end of that day.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
can't imagine that.
Like it's literally up.
You told me that you had to walk where
It's
you had to,
45-degree
you
angles.
have to like touch the ground a little bit.
no, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a spider crawling up there.
There's no way to
Oh my
live.
God,
That is
this
no way
is-
to live if that's the truth.
Dude, I would
man.
leave
Fuck
that city quick as fuck.
But honestly,
I
like
always thought about
45-degree angles.
how steep the actual hill is, though. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
The one that goes like this. That be like, dude, why do we keep? My car can't take this.
It's like 65 degrees.
Zuckerberg had a place like right across the street from where we were at.
And then he
Yeah.
didn't because he was like, fuck this hill.
I don't know if he still does or not, but
I'm
I
not
think he
doing
was.
this no more,
Fuck
man.
this punk ass hill.
Too rich for this shit. Too rich to be fucking walking on my hands and knees. Trying to get up this fucking hill.
Looking like I got spina bifida or some shit. Like,
Honestly, man, it's a bitch. You gotta be prepared. Like you should go and start hitting a stairmaster or some shit for a couple weeks leading up to a trip if you're going to San Fran, man.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I guess I'm not going there. Though.
Or just like stay downtown because we were out of downtown.
You were uptown?
or something. Yeah, up.
Frisco is how south is Frisco?
North, isn't it?
You want like
Isn't
the
oh, is it-
you want the
is
legend?
it
Isn't the bay north?
No, I'm just saying. Like, is it closer to Mexico or?
No, I think that's San Diego.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
San Diego.
That's where Zach is right now.
Huh?
That's where Zach is.
Yeah, I
right
saw that. I was like, man, he had
Nice.
that, and that's another reason I won't do Spirit. He had a fucking.
now. Oh my
terrible
God! Yeah, you guys saw the story. All right.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Fucking do it,
Yo,
dude.
Spirit looks like they don't give a fuck.
They really don't.
They
They're
don't.
like, oh, you
They
said
don't.
you didn't say you were gonna bring pants on this flight. You-
Like, yo, you paid to sit in this chair. That's the only thing you paid for
actually,
here. We provide
yeah.
nothing else for you.
like,
We don't ask
Not
anything
even-
else of you.
Not even a
Just come
hello.
sit.
You walk in. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Is there a problem? Well, obviously there is a problem. Why did you come here clothed? This is an extra charge.
Don't you see the part where we asked you for your body weight? We meant just your body weight. Like,
You
Nothing
don't-
added.
Hold on,
Nothing
motherfucker. You ain't 200 pounds.
Everything else is extra.
you have to pay for every article of clothing, and you are forced to have these articles of clothing when you come on this
Yikes.
plane. So,
Headphones? Headphones?
honestly, man,
You got to rent our headphones.
It makes sense.
$47.50.
Did you bring your own outlet?
It's air transport a la carte in a way.
Screw that bitch
you know?
in.
You can pay for the seat. You can pay to bring a bag. You can pay to choose your seat. You can pay for another. Like you get to choose.
By the time of it, you could just rent a fucking private jet.
It's like when you are
Hey,
ordering
Spirit,
from a
where's
restaurant
the fucking spirit and fucking
and you build your own
your
burger.
human
you know?
spirit?
Yeah, how
dick?
come Spirit Airlines is so dispirited?
It's bullshit. I wouldn't take Spirit if you paid me. I'd rather not go on vacation.
It depends how long the flight is, man. I don't care. Like,
He was like, did you see Zach? Zach's like, I'm just going to be talking shit about your airline
He
randomly
tagged
on
him.
social.
He tagged him on every story. He was talking shit about him.
That shit was funny. Yo, Spirit, you could suck a dick.
And he still has to get home.
Oh, that sucks.
He leaves tomorrow.
See, that's why I'd rather just pay a little bit more for a better airline, like a real one.
So this man's
They'd
flight,
have him flagged
this
and
man's
shit?
flight
Like-
was canceled, and he had to wait 2 days to get the next flight.
That's bullshit.
yeah.
You mean you're not going to the West Coast for the next 2 days?
you better give me a
then-
credit for a different airline to go and
then
take
he
their
had
shit.
layover in Vegas for 7 hours.
I saw that. I was like, oh, he's going to Vegas. And then like I looked
had
at
the
it
worst
again, and
time,
he was in.
dude.
I was like, what the hell?
He had the worst time. Like, I don't want to say on camera what happened, but it was bad.
That sucks, man.
He sent me videos and stuff. He's just like, fuck. So the whole reason he was going out there is to meet up with this girl that he's been talking to or whatever.
San Diego.
Yes.
Fuck you, San Diego.
But so his flight got canceled. The reason he was going out there is because when he was going to get in, she had a play that she's performing in that night. She's an entertainer or whatnot.
Oh, nice.
She's like she's like theater.
Word.
His flight got canceled. Text her, I guess. And I don't know. So something happened and she got angry and yeah.
So whatever
Your
happened.
flight got canceled.
I don't know what happened. Yeah. So yeah. So
we'll
he's
leave it
like,
at that.
fuck, man.
Yeah. I mean,
That's we'll
No
talk
one
to
knows
Zach.
it.
But yeah, that
And then he got his flight canceled and all that.
That's
or
fucked up.
Rescheduled. And so when he got out there, he didn't meet up with her, and he's just like out there by himself now, just kind of like wandering.
Exploring Saint Diego.
Yeah. So like just trying to make the best of it, man. Like, yeah.
Of course, nobody knows what it really means.
Saint
But doesn't it
Diego.
mean
Saint Diego.
Saint Diego?
that sucks.
Agree to
Man.
disagree.
Yeah.
I think me and Vivi are probably gonna do Mexico, Cancun.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that this year. I think we're gonna do it next year though. Yeah.
We're
Trip
also
isn't
trying to
necessary,
double
so-
up and look for like locations for the wedding.
Scouting.
Oh, dope.
Yeah,
Dope.
because if we don't
you want a
do,
location wedding?
see, the issue is if we do the wedding here, we have to invite everybody, and everybody might.
You're giving a
actually-
game away, man. I don't know if anybody watches. Probably not, but like, you never know. They'd be like, "Yo,
The game
he
is
did
the
this so
game.
that we wouldn't come."
Look, the price is still.
It's true.
Price is still gonna be the price.
Right.
This is what it is. So
You're invited, but
if-
you have to book
let's
the
say
flight.
we don't find a location to go have a wedding at, right? And we have it here. That means this wedding is going to have everybody, including everybody you don't want to be there, which is like not really what you want in your wedding, you know?
I get you.
You know, a place you want your wedding to be a spot where everybody that's there you want to
In
be there.
in one of the new Jersey Shore episodes, yeah, I'm still watching some of that for God
I
knows what
am.
fucking reason.
I've been watching. I was watching last night.
They went to that little like mansion boat, right?
Mansion boat.
Like off Florida somewhere.
Well, so right now they're in Key West, and I see them.
Wait,
Yeah, I
are
think
they
that's-
in Key West, right? Like, are they filming? Oh, no, they wouldn't be filming.
Well, they
that.
film that show now, like the
I was
Kardashians.
like, I don't want to
a
go
little
there
bit.
and see these people.
No, this was like a while back,
That's
man.
Well, you know they rent everything
my
out.
Dude,
I'll
I
be
would
like-
love
I'll be
to
on the
see the
beach, like-
fucking.
Oh, these niggas again. Okay, all right, let's go.
I'd love to see Jersey Shore people, man.
Whatever.
Not
now
specific-
they're old and washed up. Like Pauly D, maybe it'd be cool, but the rest of them I
that
don't really
dude.
care much.
That dude has still got fucking all the DJ fucking jobs you
True.
can think of.
Which is hilarious because he's not like
That's wild
particularly
to
the
me.
best DJ. Yeah.
That's wild. to
I
me.
mean, I don't
Just
know
because
what it
he's a
takes to be a
DJ.
pretty good DJ these days, but I
Not
think it's
that.
all about personality.
I think you can put it all together like
I guess,
as like a playlist prior and just let it all run. You just hit play and pretend like
I
you're
would
doing
like
shit.
to learn
what
to
it is.
DJ, man. Like,
Well,
DJ
now- the art
with,
of DJing is
now with
different.
Serato, that's all it is,
Yep.
and that's not really DJing in my head.
No, I would like to do something with vinyl.
In the
Wax,
Joe Budden
man.
podcast, he got that little scratching thing on his computer.
He was like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, I'm scratching. That's pretty cool. I'd like to have some technology like that.
But yeah, so wait, what were we talking about?
I don't know, dude. What do you mean? That?
Vacation. You know about vacation.
Oh yeah. No, we're thinking about going to Cancun. But that's the thing, right? That's the thing with flights. Because of these gas prices, everything is so fucking expensive.
Sure.
So we were looking at
It's ridiculous, man.
so Frontier.
$5
So
a
yesterday
gallon is shit.
she
No,
actually
I'm not
almost.
really paying that much right now. It's
Man,
kind of
I'm over $5.
I go to Costco.
I'm over $5 a gallon.
Really?
What's the Costco prices looking like?
Right now, I paid $4.45.
Yeah.
It's still a lot.
Yeah.
It's still
it's
so
bullshit.
much. I'm so glad I don't have to go places. I'll be at the crib, man. It's nice.
Yeah, but you know what? One day you're gonna have to go somewhere again, and that's.
Now I go places when I need to. I leave.
Yeah,
it's not like I don't leave the house.
I work 10 minutes away from my house.
Adam's
So-
car
I just don't do it
gotta
often.
have
I don't really have to
a
use-
fraction of the mileage it's supposed to have.
The only time I really use gas is when I come out here. That's once a week.
I use gas every day.
It's a hour drive, something like that.
What do you-
Half hour, 45 minute drive.
So
Well, and you drive with sport mode on your shit too. So
all the time, every time, except when I need gas.
60%
Then I
of the
don't.
time it works. Every
All
time.
the time.
I saw Stance, the sock company. They have those socks out. It's kind
It
of
says that on there.
Yeah, it's like the speech bubble. Yeah, it's funny.
All right, so I was thinking about something, and I was like, "It's gonna sound a real stupid thing, right?" So I gotta try to-
Usual for your thought of the
just-
week. I'll tell you that
There it
much.
is.
That last week thought of like the
Bing bong.
just let me get through it. You know?
questionable.
So I would never want to be in a situation where like I'm forced into this situation, but I always wanted to see what it's like to be
Wait.
safely
Yeah, keep going, but please.
in the eye of a hurricane, right? Because
yeah.
I've seen some depictions just show like where. Man, sorry, man. Your leg is damn near brushed up against mine. You're gonna bring a whole different crew of fetish
Oh
eyes.
shit! Their legs touched each other. Can't male leg touch.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to fuck.
Leg play.
Yo, man, YouTube,
Leg
stop
play.
it. Is YouTube? That's how you know they could really dictate everything. We could have a really large, successful following if YouTube wanted us to.
No, we can't.
They're like,
They
yo,
don't want us.
they're like, oh, there's for whatever reason shoes are
There's
involved,
somebody
and then they
fucking with
labeled it candid shoe. Like what the
It
fuck?
could be greatest shoe sneaker play. No, it's candid.
Fucks with me. So anyway, The Simpsons really sparked this thought of me, right? 'Cause
Hit me.
of course. But Homer was standing outside. They were in the middle of some big storm in Springfield because God knows Springfield is everything. And so like he was like, "Oh, look, I think the storm is over." And then Lisa comes out and he's like, "No, Dad, we're in the eye." And like you just see a fucking big ass restaurant fly by, and he's not going anywhere. And you know it's only so big, so all of a sudden he started getting pulled. And they
It's
yank him back
calm
into the
in
basement.
It's calm in the
Yeah,
middle of the storm.
yeah. So if I could like do some Family Guy shit where I'm like, "This is worse than the time I was in the middle of that hurricane," and just like pop
Go
up
there,
there and then
like,
just
oh.
flash back out when I'm done. Like
So,
that'd be the only way I'd really try that.
I used to be interested in hurricanes when I was younger. I thought they were.
I would never
cool.
storm chase. I don't have a death wish. I
Wait,
just
There's
want
people
to like.
that fly into the eye of the storm.
Wait, were you asking a
Fucking
question
crazy.
though?
Huh?
Were you asking a
He was
question?
just bringing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's something the Simpsons have actually brought to my attention when we were younger, like the flushing of the toilet, right? So ours goes counter, theirs goes clockwise,
Right.
right? So the other day I'm at work pissing, right?
Wait, does
And-
ours go counter?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yeah.
And here's why I know.
I'm gonna go flush it when we take a break.
Yeah. Not only does it go counterclockwise, not only
I was
does
gonna be
it
hanging over like.
Oh, I meant
Oh,
like
shit.
separately, but looking at it.
not only does it go counterclockwise when you flush, it goes counterclockwise when you piss too. Like if you pee and it starts to revolve around the toilet, it goes counterclockwise.
Because of the pull of the atmosphere.
Yeah, I think so.
Earth is crazy, man.
Fucking crazy, man.
Wait, really?
No, yeah, go do it right now.
No.
And then you go do it right now, and then
I don't think I have to yet, but I will.
We'll come back like, all right, so we tried.
I was
And,
like, I was in the bathroom at work, like, whoa, fuck, that is interesting as fuck. And then I went about my day, but it's crazy that even when you pee, it does the same. It doesn't. I was like, oh, maybe you can try to pee the other way. So I was like, put in the stream.
You really got to be thankful for the curious minds of the world, man, who just like explore everything and just have hypothesis and just try. They really learn a lot of things that I don't want to have to go through. Like Hope did that, so hopefully you
What
won't
would
have to go through that.
Why would that be
All
such a
types of
bad
shit.
thing
Like, what-
to go through? Oh no,
I mean,
my pee twirls
Not
the
that
other way.
specifically, but like just some of the things that we have that like you'd have to like step outside of your comfort zone to explore and learn.
Hey
that it's a
Adam,
benefit
try
for us.
try these things over here. They look like what do we call them? Mushrooms. Eat them. Adam dies. He's the
Damn.
first guy that ate. We can't eat those anymore.
I'm telling you, there's
We can't eat those guys.
and that's when they started scientific labs where they tried things on other people. They're like, we can't just
then
explore
when
these
they
things
realized
ourselves.
we're killing too many people, they tried it on fucking
It's a
mice,
really it got
mice
dark.
and dogs and monkeys.
I mean, this can go down a real nasty place. Things got dark for a
that
while.
being said, close SeaWorld, motherfuckers.
There was like a recent splicing of two animals.
Like
I forgot what
they
it was, like,
mated them
like how this is a splitter.
like a pigeon rat.
Yeah,
like
it
in
was-
The Simpsons.
It was a pig.
Remember
and
the pigeon
something
rats?
else.
Oh yeah,
It was a pig and something else, but it was like something that shouldn't have been paired with it, and just this person got like federal charges.
I would
put on
love to
them.
know what that other thing is.
but that's how they create dog breeds, you know, and it's fucked up. But
Yeah,
like
but
that's
this
exactly
was like some mad scientist type shit though.
What if
all of
they?
that shit
What if
is-
they
But
made
it actually went through.
what if,
it was
like, a
thing, though,
shark-
like it was living.
a shark and a crocodile? That'd be fucked up. Like, what would that come?
is that a
out
movie idea?
It might as well be.
if Shark-
You know,
Tornado
I
could
was
be
gonna
a
say,
thing.
you know what? You could actually probably do that.
In today's world,
It wouldn't even have to be good.
it's an original idea.
In fact, make it as bad as you can.
Okay, but I got one question.
The worse it is, the more of a classic it becomes.
Sure.
I got one question about it though. Like, so who
Shouldn't- yeah.
who
Shouldn't we
initiates
just-
the fucking in that scenario? Like, which is it? The shark? Like,
That's not how things
Well,
work.
no.
the shark
I
just
don't-
like
I don't
nudges
know.
it and like, or
Nah,
the
the
crocodile's wagging its fucking tail. Like,
They
How
petri dish
would
it
that
and
happen
then
though? Because
what
like,
I'm
if
saying.
you're breeding a shark with
because they
something-
don't live in the same place.
Right.
They I don't know.
So
they have to
you'd
petri
have to
dish
have
it,
you'd
though.
have to have a crocodile hovering in the ocean.
What if the shark eats it?
So right, which is what I'm.
It's
thinking,
either gonna
like,
eat it
how
or
is-
fuck it. That's what you're saying.
No, but how are you even gonna do anything with that? Like, how do you breed it?
I
then?
think we've stumbled down a path that we don't listen.
Because when they breed it, they don't like have them go and fuck. That's not how it works.
So there's
Well, so in fact, I'm sorry. I think I'm being dumb about this. So they would have like.
So they're
a
basically gonna
syringe or
artificially
something,
inseminate
they,
it, right?
they based it essentially is what happens.
Right.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine being that confused animal that was birthed? Like,
No,
what the fuck am I?
why do I have this crocodile in me right now? What the fuck is this?
It's trying to eat its way out of the fucking thing. Like
It's like
you're
a
put in a hostile situation.
Basically,
in place.
a shark with like
I mean,
a
that's like
longer
that's
snout.
like a human being with an animal inside of it. Like, what is this?
This is
Like, it's a
mutations.
a human
different.
being with an animal inside.
Well, no,
of it?
I'm saying
a
like
gerbil,
to
you're
think
saying?
like it's a different species or a different it's different than you or what that is. To have a crocodile inside of a shark, it's like
I feel
a
like
human
you're
being
Venom
with something.
Something's inside of
Man,
me.
I don't know what the fuck we be talking about.
Y'all bring it up though.
I mean, we got down this path for a reason.
No, yeah, word. I mean,
You know,
I just don't know.
You
Like,
you took a left.
like the way
and we
we
followed
get
it.
in places is just fun.
Who was the bald dude that said that during skits
What?
on the Rockefeller shit? Okay, I reloaded.
Don't know.
Man, he had like. Fuck, what was his name?
It stops
dude?
right.
But you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, whatever. All right.
Ready for war, y'all.
Ready for war, y'all.
Man, I really hope I can get on this vacation. Like I've been thinking
What you
about it. Like what we've been talking about.
But no,
booking a
saying,
vacation.
Like,
I don't
I'm saying,
know.
Like, why wouldn't it happen though?
Yeah, you don't know
I
if you can.
No, I mean I'm gonna. I just want to find the one that I like. I want to make.
Usually
it
when people
the one
say, "I
want.
hope I can get on this
So
vacation,"
why-
it means that
why-
they're not so sure that they're going to be able to get on that vacation. You know?
All right, next subject.
Is it weird that I like to clean the jacuzzi before I use it when I get to hotels?
How do you
What
how do you
mean,
go about
you get
doing
like
such
a
a thing?
SOS pad and
No.
You bring like chlorine.
No. So you boil it out: sea salt, alcohol, and something else. Barkeeper's helper.
it's a little
So what you do
weird.
is you fill it up with water and you run the jets for an hour, and then it filters everything out.
I
So
gotta wait an hour?
once you see like all the black stuff rise, because that's like just stuff.
I'm not gonna want to get in there after I see
No,
that.
I'm saying no. It's like that's what you should be doing though.
Yeah, I get it, but either way, either I'm in bliss.
So then what
Which
you're
is
saying
ignorance?
then it is weird that I do that then.
I don't even want to get in one unless it's mine.
Okay, yes.
But I'm saying, but like,
Okay, so-
hold
so
up.
it-
So you're going to a 5-star resort, but you have a jacuzzi in your room. You're not going to use it.
Well, no. I mean, like, all right, that's different. The ones where you fill up yourself.
Do I just
It's a
trust
different
that
story.
they cleaned it? Because like you're supposed to clean a jacuzzi a proper way weekly.
Like when you go to like export and they have like the fucking hot water.
The sauna.
Like I don't want to go
Oh,
in there.
right,
You know what I
right,
mean? Like
right,
that's
right.
nasty. That's just stationary water. I
love
don't
it.
even.
To answer your question,
It is weird, right?
It's a little bit weird.
Okay, all right.
And here's why. All right.
Here's why. Oh, you have a follow up.
So it's only
Reason.
weird because you're saying that you do that, and then like there's like a lot of nasty shit that rises to the top.
right.
So like now you want to get in this thing after you've
Yeah, because
seen
then I
that?
sanitized it.
How do you know?
Because you pick out and filter the black stuff. It's
So I
like,
gotta
it's
pick
like
it out
little,
too?
Like, it's
No,
like
that's
little
not
flakes.
happening.
So you just get like
That's
little.
not happening.
Little skimmer. You know, we used to skim the
Not
pool
that I'm bringing
back
a
in the day.
skimmer
before
with
we-
me. I'm just saying, like you have gloves. Oh, gloves on.
So you do that.
Yeah. I properly clean my room before I get in because I don't trust hotels. and
Clean the
motels.
room too.
Not like
But now
okay.
especially, you know, like
Yeah,
now
I'm not
it's-
like
now
I'm
it's
not,
I
I'm not,
think-
I'm not
remember
bringing
our argument
household
about,
products.
like,
I'm not bringing household products and spraying shit down. and
We just
cleaning.
had the
It's just
argument
like,
of like
I feel like that's one thing that I would
Airbnb.
want to know is sanitized is my jacuzzi. That's kind of the only thing that I
But
do
you
that
said you
with.
clean your room too. So what do you mean? You like you
it
bring your own laundry?
depends on no. It's just weird. So like I have a germ problem sometimes.
We're back, by the way.
Not like a germaphobe, because I'm fine. Like I'm not freaking out about stuff. But in certain places, if it looks unkept,
So like, what?
I'm like I want to personally know
already-
that I'm sanitizing and cleaning this place properly.
always questionable about hotels. Off
Yeah.
the bed,
I
just
can't
always.
just
course.
like because then I can't sleep.
But then our question of whether or not you
People
should
come to
get
hotels
a-
to
So
to
then
fuck.
maybe I'm just being obsessive.
No. Okay. So we went to Yellowstone. We stayed at a place.
And yeah,
So okay.
Hopefully.
Well, we didn't stay at a place. We
we were gonna stay at a place and then we ended up staying at another place.
Yeah. So we got to the place that Pops had reserved. He thought they were cabins, and that's what they were described as, which is cool.
Yeah.
But we went in there, and we were just sitting there. We were standing there, me and him, for a minute, and we're just looking around. So I got to checking the beds, like for bed bugs. Like that's
Of
just
course, that's
what I go
yeah.
check.
Exactly.
And one of the beds didn't have the zip cover over the mattress,
right.
And that one didn't. I took and I looked and I found a bed bug.
Nah, man. Yeah, I won't be able to sleep in that bed.
Yeah, so
Nor
we
that
didn't
room.
we didn't stay in there. We went to another hotel. They were
dope,
and it was
good.
clean.
Oh,
But like,
okay.
so I look too. I'm not gonna go clean the bathtub, but I can
But
see
not
why
all
you
not
might.
all bathtubs are jacuzzis. I'm just saying if there is one in your
Are
room.
all
It's true.
bathtubs if not all bathtubs are jacuzzis, are all jacuzzis bathtubs?
No, I'm saying asshole. Like in a hotel room, most of them have jacuzzi bathtubs. So.
No,
Yeah,
but
they gotta
I'm
have
with
the
you.
jets. If they don't
Not
have the
all
jets,
have
it's
the
not a
jets.
jacuzzi.
I'm
Yeah,
with
exactly.
you on the let's look
Fucking dick.
to make sure that it's clean.
Son of a
I just want to
bitch.
get that in. I'm sorry, I love you, but fucking dick.
If I'm
hate
with
you.
you on the if it's let's check to make sure it's clean, but I won't be the one cleaning it. I'll be like,
Oh,
yo,
so
this
then
is dirty,
okay, got
yo.
you. You need to come up here. and
This
just
shit
clean.
y'all ain't clean.
Right.
But I ain't gonna be the guy that's in there just scrub. I'm on vacation.
Well, yeah, I guess for me, I don't know. I don't even think about it like that. It's just
You go downstairs to housekeeping, doing their laundry there, like, what's up? Washing
you
the
know.
fucking.
Have you ever seen memes about like how there's introverts that are extroverted,
Introverted, extrovert?
Yes.
Yeah.
or like my husband is a type of like people. Women commenting or women making videos.
Yeah.
My husband, he makes friends with everybody, anywhere, that type of thing. That's me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So I don't know if I would go to somebody and be like, "Hey, could you clean our or could you filter our jacuzzi?"
Oh no, I would definitely.
I would feel
I
comfortable
mean,
about
like
that.
On vacation.
I
that would
wouldn't
make
feel
me
comfortable
assertive
about
enough to
that.
do
Oh, see,
it.
I'm
To
on-
be like, excuse me.
That's why I just do it myself.
take
I
care of
know
that.
that's kind of a task to ask because like you're also running a hotel, so why would you?
Yeah,
just
but
for
you
one
gotta.
person,
Yeah, but I'm
you
pretty
know?
sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But usually, yeah, I mean, it depends on how big the hotel is, right? Like if it's like a chain, and I know you got housekeeping, and I know you got people to take care of this,
I get that.
you can come and take care of this, you know. But
Yeah, I don't know. Or is that like something that you can request? Like, I'm staying
Clean
there for
sheets?
I'm staying there for 7 days. Could you just filter the jacuzzi
yeah, I mean,
in the room?
you can like ask them
Is that a thing?
specifically to clean.
I
the
think
tub,
what they'll
yeah.
do is say, yes, we will.
And they
And then you get in there thinking it's filtered.
You're gonna come in there and just like
how the
mud
fuck would you
splattered
tell?
in
You ever
right?
been to the-
Unless you're me and you run this shit.
You ever
like,
been to the
I don't know
Sybaris?
about that. Oh no, I will never do shit like that.
Really?
Ever in my life. No, I'm not judging.
I was
at
at
all.
I went to the Sybaris.
Dude, I'm not judging at all.
Sybaris,
Do what you gotta do.
You fuck.
Obviously, the thought of that shit is dope. And
I mean,
you know, yeah,
it's the whole idea of a
but
hotel.
So the thing with me being like weird about germs and shit.
No, I could see how that won't
and
be
especially
a thing
in that,
you do.
in that
In this
area,
day and
like,
age.
just-
I'm pretty sure
you
that's
know
how
somebody's
hotels
spraying on
started,
walls.
though, guys. You know, hotels. I'm pretty sure were created specifically so people can go creep joints. So they
Sure.
Well, some are. Some are like not.
like
Initially,
certain,
not
certain
like-
establishments have the management to weed that stuff out. So,
yeah. But like, I mean, initially when
like you're not going to the
became a
Waldorf
thing,
to do that shit.
There's like
Yeah.
certain hotels and hotel like.
they were-
I don't know.
they
I
were made
guess
for
people are
politicians.
going to the Waldorf to do that type of shit.
Oh,
but
if you got
have the
money, you going to the
exactly.
Waldorf to fuck.
Exactly that.
They were like,
Penthouse for an hour.
I'll
They were
fly
made.
you
They were
out,
made for
come to the
politicians
penthouse.
to go and bring their the side pieces to.
True.
You know?
True.
Like,
Yo,
give me the
it
luxury suite
seemed-
upstairs.
They fucking walk out. From
Anybody
like,
coming here looking for me, you ain't seen me.
They check in from like the back alley entrance, like walking through like the chef's corridor, and then like going up to the room.
They got a Men in
like
Black
Goodfellas.
style entrance to bring them
Exactly.
to
It
the.
seems like the
Exactly
life
that.
of like it can get pretty nasty.
Man,
Like the celebrity.
G.
You,
money, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like DM, Instagram, social media thing.
It's different, G.
Like you could be like, hey, I like you a little bit, and you know who I am. I got a little bit of money. What if I were to just fly you out to this place and
Well, I mean,
fuck,
you know.
and then you leave,
Well,
and then we don't
that
tell
is-
nobody
I
about
feel
that.
like that's
and I think that happens a lot.
Normal on a weekly basis.
I think celebrity bitches and celebrity dudes, they be fucking without people really realizing
Well,
it.
it's rumored that that the game, when he is entertaining a young lady, that he requires that they record when they get to business, you know. And at first, I was like, "That's
for
kind of
legal purposes.
yeah." At first, I thought that was
I
kind of
want
crazy,
people
but
to
now I'm
know-
like, it kind of makes sense.
You said yes.
Okay, both of that. It's crazy, but also I get why he does that.
I guess if
Yeah.
you're
to an
both of
extent,
those-
I can
if you're
understand
gonna
why he
cross
would
some T's and dot some I's, that's the way to do it.
do it. Sure.
for sure.
I want people to
It's-
know it was consensual,
Right.
and it was good.
Right.
Like if you're gonna look at this
can brag
video,
about
there's
that
gonna
shit
be it's
afterwards?
gonna be twofold for me.
It's got to be what Dave Chappelle was looking for when he was on the stand. He's like,
Yeah.
the grandma got to
Yep.
be there,
Yep.
verify our identity."
Yep.
This video does two things.
Neil taking notes.
It gives me a good reputation. He's like,
Make sure to get her hair, Robert.
Oh my god, that's awful, G.
yo, they let Juicy.
We're still allowed to
they-
make fun of him, right? Like, I know he's
Sure.
canceled, but we're still allowed to
No,
like
man.
talk
Yeah, I
shit
think
about
so.
him. All right.
Yo, they let Juicy out of jail
yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So what happened with that?
in like
man?
6 days.
You think it was a kind of thing? Or
No, I just
pause. That was.
I don't even know if that
was
helps you in this situation.
That was that Dave Chappelle.
Well,
hilarious.
Dave, I don't know what it was, but I'm assuming it's.
Man, I'm about to get sued hard as hell. Allegedly, he may have done that.
I don't know why they let him out of jail.
Juicy Smolier.
He's Juicy
Juicy.
Smolier.
Yo.
No, it's weird because he was like, I'm not fucking guilty. I'm not fucking guilty. Like when he ran it, when they put him into the jail.
Man,
So do you
gee,
think like
was a
that plea
bad
where
scene.
he's like, I'm not suicidal, and he said that like 37 times,
And
you
then
think
did
that,
what Sam just said afterwards? You kind of just
So-
discredited yourself, pal.
so that's what they were like, all right,
Within a moment.
he's probably suicidal, we should get him out of here. Is that what happened?
They gave him 7 days, and then they were like, "Oh, while he fights his appeal, he gets to stay out." Like what? Why
would they decide
Who is
that?
this motherfucker that they're giving him such like leniency?
Yeah, he was only in he was in Hamilton, right? Or some shit. Like
No, he was in that
That's
show
just-
Empire with Terrence Howard.
Yeah, but I thought he did like a play or something
And,
like that too.
I don't know if he was in
and
Hamilton or
so-
not.
I thought he was a
Raji-
Broadway guy as well. I
I'm
don't know,
pretty sure
whatever.
he did some Broadway shit. I don't know if he was in Hamilton or not.
I don't know either.
Well, he ain't been in shit in a long time,
haven't
and he ain't in jail either.
He
no
was
more.
in Empire.
Yeah.
Empire.
I thought that was a long fucking time ago.
No.
Yeah, it was like
4 or
4
5
years ago.
That's not a long time ago.
Long enough where he ain't did shit. I mean, you can't say you're an actor if you've only acted
I get
once.
that.
Anytime a comedian puts perspective on this shit is hilarious. There's just no way to make it sound smart, you know?
Can-
Like
if you've acted only
This was
one
not a
time,
good idea.
If you've been in a commercial, are you an actor?
Wait.
Not
so
that
what?
he's been in only
What'd
a
you say then?
commercial.
What'd you say?
If you've been in a commercial, are you an actor now?
yeah.
That's
A commercial
acting,
actor.
yeah.
One time?
You're a
Well,
commercial actor
I mean,
now,
you have to
know?
start somewhere. That's how people.
Yeah, but if
would
you
you say
never got another
would you
thing
say your
again-
boy at Parks and Rec?
Well,
He's like,
then I don't
everything
know if
I
you can
do
call
is in the
yourself an
mind
actor
state
per
of an
se.
award winner because I won an award. So now
I mean,
Yeah.
damn, homie. Okay, so I mean, what if you did one commercial and you got paid off it? Like you wouldn't think.
Boom,
Like,
so
I can
now
do this
you
again
are
or
What if
something
you
like
never
that?
got another commercial again?
But I'm saying. Though,
Are you
like,
you're acted?
But I'm saying
acted,
if
so
you
now
had-
I-
if
no, you're an
if
acted.
you were in one commercial and then you didn't do one afterwards, like forever for however long that is, that time leading up to that is just like you're thinking that something could happen. So I'm an actor.
But if it
You're
doesn't-
doing things.
but
to
if it doesn't-
push your career.
But if it doesn't, you're an acted, not an actor.
they have the term has
Yes.
been for that.
yes.
Then you're acted.
Showbiz has created has-beens and washed ups.
Why does it have to be so black and white?
But I'm not.
This is the scenario I'm painting. I'm saying
No,
if-
everything, man.
There's no room for gray areas.
God, there's a.
if you're not, if
immense room
you've
for
never,
gray
if
area.
you've acted once in a commercial, a TV show, and even if that TV show was on for a while, like Juicy
I
Smolier,
get that, but you're just so fucking.
he's acted.
That's cold.
He didn't act. He hasn't
You cold
acted
as
since.
ice.
But he
The
did.
only
at one
acting
point.
he's done
and I
since
feel like
is that
you aren't. You. That's not a credible person. To
Nah,
put up
look,
for that because he was in the show for 5.
But we're
plus
talking about
years.
Juicy
I mean,
Smolier right now.
Him. He was in Empire for
The
5
only,
plus
Juicy.
years.
Yeah, but the only
Several
acting
seasons.
he's done in the
And he
last
was
4
one
or
of the
5
stars.
years is his little staged event.
And
that
I'm
he
also
put
not trying to
together.
defend Jussie Smollett. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
that was his greatest act of all time, so you don't understand.
That's
That's
what
the
I'm
mentality
saying.
behind it. He was like, ha, ha, ha,
that was his
I
last
pulled
act.
this off.
he really did though.
No, he didn't.
He might as well have
He's in-
because they let him out of jail after 7 days.
You're right.
He had that mentality.
You're right.
Though. You're right. Yeah.
That's exactly. It's a win for him.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know who the fuck decided. Yeah, we should let him out. Well, his appeal is going. No, that's not how it works.
No.
It's never how it works. You're in Chicago too, man. You're making a mockery of every person who's gone through the system for this bullshit.
Right.
You know,
Right.
not that bullshit. Obviously, nobody does something that stupid besides
Now,
him.
I thought he would do a lot more time than he did. I'll say that much.
I thought he would serve the full sentence.
I
I
think
thought
it
the
was like,
full
what, a year and a
sentence,
half?
5 months.
150 days.
Oh, homie.
I thought that sentence was lenient. Now
My
you let him
man-
out after 7
so
days.
then either my man was shaking in his cell, like get me the fuck out of here now. And
His
pull
brother
some
was like,
strings.
"Don't do it."
Or I don't know. Just saying.
Judge.
Little toppy goes a long way. Little top. You know what I'm saying? Little nuts on top of the Sunday right there, boy.
Nuts on top of the Sunday.
That's what it
eh?
is
You don't
right
say.
there. That little finishing touch, that little Salt Bay.
Well, there's a
Nut
lot
day.
of points being scored in the NBA lately.
No, I'm just saying.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Who's scoring
Some
big
shit happened
now?
there.
I don't even know. Man.
Some shit happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a weird. The way the case is being handled is weird to me.
Very.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're
not-
just allowing him to just be out. Like, all right,
Yeah,
you
man.
can fight your
Be
appeal
like,
from the outside.
don't leave town, Simpson.
No one else has ever done this before, but you're able to.
Like, we don't know why.
You can.
Like
They gotta be so angry they have to let him out too.
They're like
fuck!
they're
Didn't we
like
just
looking
put
for
that
this in the
motherfucker
book.
in
You know somebody was talking shit to him too, and now he got out, and they're just like, fuck.
They were looking for this in the book, and his lawyer was like, "Yo,
I really want to
show me where this is illegal." And they're like, "Fuck." All right, we got to add it to the book. In the meantime, I guess we can't hold you on
Like
this right now.
he's like,
Right.
no, it's illegal. You just initialed by it and said it's okay, but like, yeah, that's what you do on checks.
This is really what I
There
feel
you
like
go.
happened. It's
By the way, that's maybe the least secure thing of all time.
Yeah.
So when you sign,
my signature looks different half the time.
when you
Oh, no, I have
when you
consistent
go pay,
I mean, it's consistent.
And
Like,
I know no one can do it, so.
that's the
Yours?
thing. Like,
Yes.
like,
sometimes,
My
some-
dad's wild too.
have you ever done one so
Pause.
well that you're like, I'll never repeat this?
Wait, what's that?
Have you ever wrote one so well that you're like, I'm never gonna repeat this? Like,
No,
I
I
hope so,
really got
hopefully they don't
penmanship.
use this as the standard because
No,
I can't do
I
this
have
again.
good enough penmanship to where I can do it every time.
my handwriting has suffered throughout the years.
You said suffered. My handwriting has suffered.
It's literally like I have the most hit or miss handwriting of all time.
Hands.
It's either like shit, like it doesn't look good, or it looks like I did that. You know,
it can be quite
He said
questionable.
I did that.
It can be quite questionable. I'll say that.
I mean, whatever. We don't need to write very
But
much these days.
so what I was getting
I
at,
tried to do pre-production writing, and you were like, "Oh, let's just
Yeah,
skip
we
that
don't
and
need
do other
that.
shit." So
So,
I don't
well,
write.
we
as
did
much.
do the other shit. So when you're paying when you sign a check at a restaurant, right?
Right.
You put the tip and then you put the total. So let's say you
Tip.
need to change it and you cross it out. The only thing you need to do is put your initials right next to that for it to be okay.
It's true.
And that is hilarious.
What's funny to me is you don't have like an official signature and like initial on file, with the words government register.
Well, you might want to change it.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, so why
You
why
gotta
does you
let them
putting an
know when
initial
you're gonna
next to it?
change your fucking signature.
Why does you putting an initial next to it? Like, who's to say the guy who's like, oh man, I don't want to bring this shit back. Fuck that. Just, you know, like it's not secure.
I don't know.
I just don't see the need. I don't know.
Please see ID when you fucking get when you go, the stores and shit. I used to hate working there. Please see ID. Like, fuck, dude, just like now I gotta ask you because I obviously see it, and if I
Right.
don't, you'll be mad at me.
Right.
They'll be like, oh, you don't know how many people don't look to
Do
ask.
you guys sign the back of the card?
Yeah.
You do.
I sign the back of the card and I write CID.
I don't
want-
either.
I
Put
look
of
at
them.
my-
CEOs, you don't have
I've
to
been
see
a
ID.
victim of fraud 3 times now. So fuck that.
I go to self checkout. It's like the only time where I guess online shopping.
What does self checkout have to do with writing your ID?
Well,
so they don't look at your.
That's like the only time you use your card?
I mean, I don't really go.
Adam doesn't leave the
to many
house.
places
True.
these days.
Everything he
But
gets
so
for food,
I-
they
I
deliver.
do order online.
The
shit.
fucking 10 years before that you've had a card. You ever did it before?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So
What,
yeah, there you
ancient
go.
times?
Yeah, like fucking like oh my god, that was 3 decades ago. What are you talking about?
Is that
I
way?
wasn't even born
Anything
yet.
pre-COVID, it seems like ancient times, though. I'll say that much.
I mean, it felt like 4
Yeah.
years.
Feels like
5
a long
years.
ass time ago,
An eternity.
man.
Normality.
Whoa.
Yep.
Well, as we knew it, I guess. Yeah.
It's true. There's a new normal. You just gotta adjust. You know.
We are now. in
Man,
normality.
I was at Jewel. No,
fuck.
Whole Foods. Whole Foods. And no one had a mask on. And I
Yo.
didn't. And like I was just like, this is weird, man. Should I be doing this right now? You know?
No,
so
you should
I
not.
grabbed 2 items that I needed. I found them right away and I checked out and I was just like, man, this is people are just out here like having a good time.
Yeah, they are.
Kids running around.
I can't do it.
I just had to get out.
Well, you have to like break the ice to first leave the house, and then
No,
you
I
gotta
do
break
leave the
ice.
house. But like, look.
You can't say you don't do
like
it. but
actually
you,
break the ice off of his car because he never leaves.
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
it's just
leave.
frozen
I
shut.
was at
Just shell
the
over his
store the
car.
other day. And the same
Oh,
thing.
it happened
right?
again, sir.
But I keep my mask on when I'm in those places.
No,
Rare as
in
I may
fact,
go.
You know what? So I often do. I was in a different mind state and I did not, so I forgot mine in the car. And
Yeah.
I walked in. I was like, oh, no one else has it. So
I've been in Mariano's maybe
it's also
within the
it
last
helps
week
when you
without
know
mine.
the like the outlay of the store too, because you know where stuff
Yeah,
is.
you can go
I needed
there.
stuff quickly. I was like, boom, 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 and I was like, that's when I had that thought, like, this is weird.
I'm just stuck on this thought that people are gross now. You know. I always thought
But
they were
like,
gross.
how do you even
but,
know,
like,
man? How do you know that you don't have COVID? Like,
How do you know? I don't know.
I
just
don't know,
get a
but,
PCR
like-
every Friday or
and
Saturday.
I'm saying
'cause I
that,
have
like,
to.
oh, for work,
Yeah,
that's
That
good.
sucks.
That's good. I have home tests.
It's good, but it also sucks. You know, like I would hate to have to do that every week.
sure.
You gotta get all up in your nose and shit.
We have to
like, can't you have a
take
better
our
way?
temp every day at work, which
Yeah.
which I'm fine with. But
Oh, check your temperature.
But do they
Yeah.
use like the gun thing? They always talk about like how most of those aren't super accurate and blah blah blah. And,
no,
like,
because we also calibrate it too. Yeah.
I don't know. I will not trust the outside world fully probably ever again.
Hey man, I'm not. I mean, that's,
Not that I'm like a bubble boy. Like I'll be out
that's
there.
my
you know?
wife. Like we haven't been to restaurants in 2 years.
Yeah,
Adam said, "I'm not that I'm a bubble boy."
I'll be out there. You know, if I need to be. But like,
Yeah, shit is wild as fuck. I think thinking about taking vacations and stuff now is just kind of wild. It's like,
yeah,
how free can I be?
yeah,
Am I going to be in a pool with the mask on? Like, fucking weird, you know?
yeah. I mean, it's like to me, it's just important that people know that it didn't go away completely. Like, it's going through my family right now. Like, you know, my parents
but,
both
like,
got it. Shit. So.
I'm going to Florida. Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
They're vaccinated and whatnot.
Well,
you
so
know, so.
they're here now, so
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. But
Yeah.
so it's like we're going in May, and like in Florida, it's going to be populated. I'm pretty sure.
Yo,
around that
they
time,
did
so-
a spring break.
in Florida don't even give a fuck.
For spring break, they put a curfew in Miami or something like that,
Oh, you know, I heard about that.
like a
actually.
midnight curfew
I heard
because
about that.
motherfuckers are like wilding out there.
Good. They should put a curfew out there.
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, man, listen.
People are acting like shit didn't happen just a year ago.
They're acting like it's not
2 years
still
or
kind of currently
year and a
happening. I
half.
mean, you know,
we're not
like
out of it yet.
yeah, like there's still new
we
variants
just got
happening.
the okay to
But they
kind
say
of
even people like are like it's a
No, you're
violent
right.
scene now.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's why, because of that freedom, that sudden freedom.
That's craziness, man.
I mean, think about that. Like, people don't have the same mindset we do. They,
No.
you know, so, and they've been locked inside of a, you know, well, what they say is like locked inside of a cage this whole time. And
I'm a peacock. God damn it! You gotta let me
it's
fucking
like,
fly.
No, you're just that much of an extrovert, and you might have problems with your fucking
You can't be at home alone by
emotions,
yourself.
like, so
I hate myself so much that I cannot sit around
the
it.
minute that they get out and have that freedom, it's like, fuck, I can drink and I can go to the beach and I can fucking do what I want, like without this mask on, and they just.
They gotta do it all.
To me, it's the people who
And
are
then somebody
anti-mask.
bumps into them or some shit, and it's like back in the day with, you know, like in like the club or whatever, and somebody bumps into you and spills a drink on you. It's just heightened now, like you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they got a lot of
so
pent up energy and shit.
in the barbershop we weren't wearing it. Like they didn't have them on. So I stopped wearing them there. And
Oh,
then
I wear mine at mine.
and at the
Yeah.
gym I don't, because my gym isn't super
That
crowded.
was always tricky for me, man,
It is. It's
because I work
it's
a
a topic
really
where
physical
you're like,
job
oh, do I
with the
want
mask
to?
on.
It's hard.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it gets, and like people say like, oh, you shouldn't complain about it, like it's saving your life, and it's like, sure, but I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Actually.
The worst is when you
I'm
gotta wear.
saving my life and killing myself simultaneously.
Like-
It's how do you like that? Like,
Adam probably has that. Like, have you ever had the mask on and you breathe and your
of course.
glasses
Well,
fog
like
up?
I
hate
I
that.
work in a fucking smokehouse, so like
But like, yeah.
in the summertime it's 400 plus degrees, and I'm in an oven at that point. you
No,
know?
that's
Like,
but
yeah.
you're by yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, completely.
I'd put that down. I don't care what
Oh,
anybody says.
well, I can't though, man. I'm working with food, G. That's a whole different thing.
you're talking about completely separate from
Careful, don't-
from COVID?
Dog's face is right on your wheelchair.
Oh, I won't move. Yeah. What did you say though?
Is that separate from COVID? You have to wear the mask.
Well, no, because of COVID, because I'm
Right.
working
What I'm
with food,
saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the food aspect.
And
of
like
it is different.
I just don't feel comfortable taking my mask off
Okay.
for public safety.
It's going out.
I, mean,
Got it.
I don't know what I have.
No, no,
to
I
be
got you.
honest, you know.
Got it, got it.
I do as much as I can to test or know where I'm at.
Okay. I
On
got
that
you.
front, but I just so I think it's because I'm as much of a consumer as I am, you know, for restaurants and what it is, and I want to know that my shit's safe. So
Gotcha.
I just have to do that for people, then, man.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Quality is
Not even a
very
little
very
bit.
much a big problem for me, or a big thing for me.
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be. No, I was just talking about like, no, because you go in these companies and you're like, all right, you got to wear safety glasses. Cool, that's fine. But now the mask is on, so now I'm walking around and it's like,
Yep.
And it's like, this is my glass. It's like it's breathing inside.
Dude,
Always
that's
a problem, man.
It's always a problem for sure.
was in a company-
Even without a mask, before the mask, it was a problem.
Well,
Sure.
well, not really.
Well, because he
you're
has
not
glasses.
My man.
He
Yeah,
like
but
he
you
knows.
didn't
For
have
me-
a mask. How does it fog up if no mask?
If you
What
go from
happens?
indoor to outdoor,
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, that's all you gotta
Oh,
do.
well, I'm talking about
cold.
inside when you walk in there and now you breathe and it fogs up the complete inside of your thing, and just because you got a mask on.
Trust me, I know, man.
I've developed a strategy where it's like it'd be right here, like I can't do it.
Oh, so you pull your nose out?
Yeah,
Just leave it over
like
your mouth.
like right when I get to a spot where I'm gonna be at because nobody's around, I'll pull it down and I'll breathe.
Okay. So, but you make sure no one's around though.
Yeah, for the most part, just because.
Because I see cats that are just walking around with that shit like that normally, with so it's pulled up right here.
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm
it's
just
only
like,
when I'm in the
that's-
company and I have to
I'm
know
like,
where
that's
I'm
so
at.
contradictory. Like you're not.
Yeah,
really
you might as
doing
well not
anything,
even have that
you
shit
just
on.
don't have
Yeah.
it on.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
It's when I'm in there and I know where I have to be. I have to know where I'm going to be at because, like, I'm walking through companies with like crazy production, stamping and all that.
Right.
So I got to know where I'm at, and that fogging up doesn't help anything. So usually I'll have it like at the tip, but just
say-
somehow I also developed a strategy where I put the safety glasses like an inch off my head, like literally just sitting right here, so like the air just flows upward and out.
Anytime you're in commute, I would say it's important to be able to see where you're going.
Most
you know?
definitely.
So, like, I hear you there.
So it's just a funny thing.
it's
to
a trip.
navigate.
But yeah, no, it's
and it's
it's
something we
terrible.
had to navigate recently.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing. It's another thing that's added to our day that we're not generally, used to having to deal with. Which is,
I mean, listen.
I mean, honestly, it's a small price to pay to wear a mask.
You know what the windows look like out when it gets really cold outside and they frost over. The same thing that happens with your glasses. You know
That's
I
what
mean?
it is.
So it's always gonna
Condensation
be-
occurs sometimes
Yeah,
too.
no, and
Condensation.
I understand that. I just meant with the
If it's
mask
like
on.
so well during the polar vortex times and whatnot.
Yeah.
that much of an extreme. Yeah,
That
like
shit was
there were
bad.
cases of glasses breaking on people when they walked out.
Fuck yeah, man.
How mad would
That's
you
fucking
be?
crazy, man.
Dude, I'd be.
It's no one's fault either.
like it goes-
you can't
it's-
you can't do
it's like,
anything
what the
about
fuck?
that. It's literally nature doing that. Like it's no one's fault.
It's fucked up. Hopefully, like it shatters outward.
Yeah, I mean, I
You don't need
guess
little shards
I
of
don't.
glass, and you.
I mean, there were no like fatalities or anything.
Like, this is my
fucked
day.
up.
This is my day.
Yeah, like your glasses just pop.
Yeah, you know you're not gonna have a good day after that.
Fuck that.
I've woke up like as a kid, not so much these days. I'm smarter about it now, but I've definitely woke up like fell asleep with my glasses on, woke up they're broken, and I'm like, fuck. Like,
Oh, wow.
now I can't see until I go.
You underestimate the benefits and privilege it is to wake up at your parents' house in your bedroom as a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, okay.
the ability, just like
right.
you
Oh,
wake
taking it there,
up
huh?
and there's food in the house that you didn't have to pay for. There's like a bedroom,
And then you
that
realize,
don't-
oh
Well, of
shit, all those
course.
things that I'm not
Of course you don't
responsible for at
realize
that
that.
time is what I'm responsible for now.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying, man. You wake up, you're like, holy shit, cereal.
But I mean, yeah, sure.
And it's a preconceived notion that you're gonna have cereal there.
I mean,
There's a
like,
trade-off at both times, like freedom versus the convenience.
It's all about like 12,
versus-
13 years old.
we're
Freedom.
not really expected to know that either, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you should be. It should be a highlighted aspect.
Oh, I get that.
Like, obviously they say, oh, don't grow. Don't hurry don't hurry your growing up process, or don't hurry up to be an adult. And you're like, oh, well, I want to be because look at what you get to do.
That's what I'm saying when I say freedom, because as an adult, you can make your own decisions to do whatever the fuck you want,
Well-
whenever you want. But you would now have to be responsible for paying bills and
Well,
making
we're
sure that
assuming
you
you're speaking
were
to like an
live.
11 or 12-year-old.
So when you're talking about a kid,
adult.
yes, but what I'm saying, as a kid, you don't have so much autonomy, but you also already have your meals worked out. You already have where you're sleeping. Most people.
I struggle
not everybody's
sometimes when
fortunate
I
enough
think
for that,
about
obviously.
like how do you do that with a child? Like, how do you warn them and let them and have them actually listen? Where you're like, listen, being an adult, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like, do you
People
take
don't.
them in the field with you, essentially?
no, a lot of people don't care. That's
Field?
why we have a lot of shitty people.
No, like the adult field. Like I'm saying, like, the field of life. All right, now we gotta go clock into work before this time because if we don't, we get in trouble.
get
So,
that.
all right, you're late. You're gonna make us late for work, meaning we're gonna get dock pay, and when we get dock pay, we get paid less.
So I feel like that was taught to me during father-son workday times.
Oh, see that I never had that day. Like we didn't have like that.
We've done things like that for
I
sure.
mean, these
but
take like no, but like I don't remember ever being father. Take your son to work day, whatever.
We did it once a year.
That's pretty cool. That's I think that's a pretty cool thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty cool experience that you wouldn't get in school. You know, there's no class that's like, oh, real life class 101.
Plus,
it's all bullshit.
That was an excused absence too.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Anytime,
You gotta pretty much-
anytime I get that excused absence.
You got to pretty much put together a system with like fake currency and like rewards for fucking assignments done, and that's how you're gonna teach your kid how to do it. If you really want them to get a good grasp of that, hey, this is how much you pay out of this is what you get paid for. This is how much you get paid. Like you just gotta break all that shit down for them.
But they've got to understand the real life consequences.
Yeah,
of it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's.
And then
important
obviously
to take
as
the
they're
kid
old enough
work,
to
like,
grasp
that's
that.
important.
My pop broke it down. It was like to the point where it's like, so I don't drive to work. I take the bus. So we're spending this amount the whole day, and then now think about what I'm spending in that whole week then, and then now think about it for that month and the year. And then he's like, I make this much in my yearly salary. This is how much is coming out of that just for transportation alone. Not even food, not even clothes. We have cable at the home at the house. We have 2 TVs.
You ever
We have
think
your
about?
Nintendo, your Sega Genesis? Like I was just like,
Do you
Hey.
do you ever think about
Right.
when you were a kid when you wanted something specific, and you like bugged them for
looking
it?
back on it now, I feel so bad about it. man.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you can't.
Just
You're a
like-
kid. You're a
just-
kid again.
That's
just-
how it works.
Well, but it's so, and this is revealing, but like it's just different for me because I see how much better they could be doing.
Gotcha.
Now, granted, the things that I asked for weren't thousands of dollars. It
well,
was
yeah, no,
like
that's what I'm
50 bucks
saying.
here,
Like,
20 bucks
yeah,
there.
you want
Yeah.
something small, and you know,
And
like,
obviously they made it work for a reason, or they were able to make it work, so it worked. But
right. And in your head, oh, he made it work, so he could have always done it. But when I look back on it and I think about the idea, okay, oh man, I wanted this, so I would bug him. Oh, you said you'd get it. You said you'd get it. How come you didn't get it? And
But we're missing perspective there also, because when you have a child of your own and you want that, like there's a difference, because you probably want to put that smile on your kid's face. You want to give it to them.
yeah, of course.
So even
which
though like
makes it even
Of course.
worse.
it does, yeah, for sure. But I mean, there's like that. It doesn't matter type of thing,
well, there's like a desperation too, then, in a certain way from the parents' aspect.
for sure.
That's where I get it.
Horrible example, but Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. How crazy that whole thing was.
How crazy
Hell
you
yeah.
went for it.
That's real.
No,
in
it's
some
true.
cases,
I
like,
remember-
especially if you're a poor family.
You know,
Definitely.
And you have to work 12 hours and you get to the store right like an hour before they close, but everything is sold out. And you have to buy that one toy that they don't want, but it's a toy. That's real
and they
shit.
want it.
G.
Yeah.
That's very real shit.
No, I remember.
Not that that's the lesson that you learned from that. That's just how I'm associating.
No,
Yeah.
but it's when you think about it, there is a lesson to be learned. You're right. I mean,
Yeah.
I just remember times like I remember asking for like a tape player, like a Walkman, And I remember asking and like I remember like, dude, you said you'd get it, like everybody, yeah, and that's also you're a product of everybody else seems to have one. I want one as well. I'd like to listen to my tapes on my Walkman. I remember that specifically, but like, and then when I think back on it now, I'm like, man, like if I were to go in his position where he was then, maybe he had just started working at the district or whatever, or maybe before, and he has all the kids at this point. So you think about that and you're like, man, in his position, just like where you might be in your mind state, like, fuck, as a kid, I wish you could be more cognizant of the idea that maybe because he's an adult, I think that's where the disconnect lies. You think as an adult, you're just supposed to be able to afford that.
To also shoot ourselves some bail though. When you're talking about like early '90s, your dollar went a lot further. You made a lot more of an equal
I
amount
feel
to
like
what
it's all
things
relative,
costed.
man.
It
Maybe
is for sure.
Maybe not.
It is.
I mean, I don't know,
Because
sure it is,
I know probably ballpark what he was making or what you make in that point. Like if and depending on the timeline, but I could just look back and be like, or now obviously with hindsight, you're like, man, fucking wish you wouldn't have been that kid. Like, oh, yes, as a kid, you're only a kid, so you can only really
That's the nature of
comprehend
being
so
a
much.
kid.
And that's
and
it.
And you learn from that though, because you understand that, hey, I may want this. I may think it's really great to have, but it's a luxury for me, and I don't need. I can live without it.
But that's a lesson that comes later.
Exactly.
It doesn't come
but
right
it's
away.
necessary because hey, listen, I can get you what I can get you. Sometimes I'll break my back to make sure that you get what you want because I know how much it'll mean to you, whatever, right? But like
as a child,
if you can't
you
get
don't
it,
comprehend
you
that.
don't.
Very much,
but that's
what I'm
important for you to not comprehend it right away because you learn that lesson.
I guess. I just mean
it's part of being a kid, man. Like learning, you as a kid, you want everything. You don't understand what it takes to get it, what it means to like whatever. Like you don't understand all the things around it, but you're supposed to want things. Like it's how it is. You see things. You're around people, especially like when you're us and you grow up in the city of Chicago and you're around every different background you can possibly imagine. You're gonna see people with things that you don't have, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, I want that. And it's important for you to understand, hey, man, not everybody has the means.
And see, that's where, like, I think I was saying the disconnect lies. For kids, they feel like, oh, as an adult, you reach a point where there's just money in your bank account, right?
You're right.
You leave. You don't understand the idea, what you might have to go through with for that. Like, I always talk about when, like, Vivi will be asking me, this so-and-so is going to move out into their first apartment. Or, I'll have that discussion randomly with whoever. And I'm like, oh, man, well, they're in for a rude awakening, right? Because your first apartment on the surface seems like just your first apartment. Like you move in, you pay rent. You don't really account for like where the food's coming from because as a kid or as a youngin', depending on what age you are, you don't really think about where the food's coming from, though you probably should. But you're a kid still. You're living in childhood bliss.
So what we're saying, so what you're talking about is like 17, 18-year-olds?
Yeah, even at that age, like, where you're like, you don't think
sense.
about that. You're still
You're
at an
more
age
naive.
where you come home and regardless of what you eat, right? You don't think about, okay, when I move out, now I got rent. But now, you open the fridge, there's no food.
Well, it depends.
Now you got to go to the grocery store and understand what it costs to pay for groceries, right? Oh, I don't need a
again,
light.
it's
How
situational.
much does ComEd cost?
It's always situational because some people have to grow up faster than others, and some people have to start working.
Okay,
and start
and those are the
contributing to all
outliers
that
we're
shit,
not speaking about. But I
Right.
get it. But I'm just saying there's a rude
Everybody learns
awakening
the
in
lesson
life.
a different way. Is what I'm really getting at there. Like whatever the path it is, it's the shit that you go through makes you who you are type of shit, right?
True.
So like
But we're talking about like the learning of it as a kid, but learning what you didn't understand as a kid, as an adult, and like the learning curve that everything takes. Because you as a child, you keep thinking everything is sweet regardless. Oh, I want to move out. That seems like the thing to do. You have your own little time, your space, whatever. But when you get out there, you realize, holy shit, this costs way more than I anticipated. I don't even make enough to do this. And that's why a lot of people come home pretty quickly. But I'm also speaking about when you look at your father, your mother, and you're like, oh, I want this for whatever occasion or just randomly. And you don't understand why they don't have the ability to get it to you right away or why they had to wait till that Friday or the next Friday, right? Because we're waiting for that next paycheck and then I can cop it for you.
Yeah.
Because, again, you think at an early age or even a little bit, depending on your growth, right, and what you're forced to do, but you think that because you become an adult, you reach a certain amount of money that you can purchase things like, oh, I can't, but you seem to be an adult, so why can't you just buy it for me, right? I can't, so it has to be you.
But again, see, that's the majority.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the majority
Right,
of people,
of course.
right?
I get that.
Who have that situation. Like
I agree with that.
the majority of them have that type of shit. Like most people at some point in their life want something that they can't afford. Probably when they're a kid, also, right?
Yeah,
but then there are certain ones who
Everyone has to learn the lesson at some point, and usually it's early on.
and you have your
Hopefully it's
riches
early on,
who their
actually.
dad will give them whatever the fuck they want, right?
So
And
that's
we're
kinda
not
where I was
speaking. Yeah, we're not
saying.
speaking.
Hopefully,
Right.
Yeah, we're not speaking from the terms of that privilege.
Just because we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have that
I'm just
either.
saying
We don't
there's-
really know that mentality.
yeah, there's always two
Personally.
sides. That's all I'm saying. So like now, because of the existence of the kid who gets whatever he wants, that kid who doesn't, he has to kind of deal with that,
Right.
So I don't know, but I don't know how we got there, or
it's a-
what led us there, but
a
it was a
wild
good
dynamic.
It was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, shit, honestly. I mean, it's true shit. I mean, and I think there's a lot of kids out there nowadays that probably still don't understand it. The way they're raising kids now with a
That's
fucking
any generation.
with a device in their hand, though. The kids with the
Oh, newer generations are different, man.
Yeah,
it's a
today is
different
different for sure.
generation. I don't know
You could say that about
The toys are
Any
much more
generation.
expensive these
any
days.
generation. Yeah,
because it's always there has always been a progression in some
Yeah.
way.
The toys are just
You're
harder to get, or they're more expensive these days.
Not to say you're wrong at all.
no.
Yeah.
You have a good point.
Just adding
You,
on to
you do
it.
have a good point. It just depends on the era, but every era has
You're right.
some semblance of that mind state, and I think you're right with that. It's true. I mean, the devices that they got are no different than us playing on video games or whatever stupid little games they had us playing. That had
No, I mean they
had
are
our
a
attention.
little bit. They are because we were the last generation is really fortunate enough to go from what they call the primitive age, right before all the fucking internet shit, before the internet age really took form, and then we we're in our peak adulthood with internet age at its prime, essentially. So we've kind of been able to see both and appreciate both, and there's a big difference between both, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. It's true. I mean, I just remember, there was days where, think about our summers back then. You kind of were just there. Like the day lasted long because you weren't looking on your phone for 30 minutes and looking up, like, you know what I mean? We did whatever. We hung out.
Sure.
Oh, we got to go eat. Cool. We came
I
back.
value that that we came up in that time, man.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
I really
You
do.
should.
And that's what I'm saying. Like we wanted shit then, but at the same time, you could just give us a basketball. All we needed was
You know
a
what?
place to go and play.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right though.
But that's because that's where we come from as well.
It
Like,
is.
We didn't get everything we wanted, obviously.
Yeah, no.
We were just grateful though for whatever we got, man.
And I mean, we lived in that
I
kid
can confidently
childhood.
say that we were like that.
We did live in that childhood like bliss, for lack of a better term, in terms of like
but-
you kind of like live in your own bubble. Well, our bubble was
sure.
the block,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
But beyond that, we didn't really. It wasn't a thing until a certain age, like the other side, past our street limits and whatnot. And as the world grew, that's when perspective changes, and that's when you learn things that you didn't necessarily know about, or hear, or just because think about it. At some point, you went to school not too far from the neighborhood. Adam and I, in the beginning, well, I
You
obviously
taking buses.
obviously was bused to
Right.
Marine Drive over there, and
You
by the
guys
lake.
were the first. You guys are like the first people that I knew that did that. Actually, like bus transportation.
Really?
Like, personally knew. Obviously, it happened at my school.
Yeah,
It's at every school. I see the school buses pull up, but I'm just like personally knew somebody that actually did that. I was like, oh damn. Because I was like, I thought you had to go to school in your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
How are they able to go to
Because
school?
that was a pretty
fucking
far school from
downtown?
where we're
like,
at, yeah.
well, not downtown. But you're like I'm the lakefront,
roughly,
right?
It was like Irving and Marine Drive.
So like lakefront,
right at the
though.
cusp of downtown. Yeah.
Right. So, well, like Lakeshore Drive is a hop, skipping away.
Yeah.
Right there.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So I was just like, that was my exposure to that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How did that work? Yeah. No. I mean, lottery system school. It's a magnet school, so it's meant to attract, everybody from around the city.
Yeah.
And it like our.
Oh, is that really what magnet school means?
Wait,
It's meant to attract no.
Oh, okay.
So it's meant to attract everybody from everywhere. Just
Yeah, I guess, and that's a lottery system.
Exactly.
And it was interesting.
center of
like,
gravity. Huh?
Well, like the way that school works, this motherfucker. The way that school works is interesting. I mean, like if you didn't go there, it's hard to kind of really describe it accurately, or at least to a point where you can kind of build what you would think it is.
In my head, I associate it as like a private public school.
I've never been to a private school, but it does.
That may not make sense.
It may
saying
be.
that.
I mean, every
In
school is its own world, but
the way I
it's
say
a way,
that, it's
in a way.
kind
Yeah.
of like
I wouldn't fight that.
It's a public school, but you're in your own bubble.
Yeah. No, it is. It's 100%.
It's an exclusive public school.
And it's even more interesting when you think about the fact that every pod held eight different homerooms, right? So if you have the sixth grade, you have the sixth grade, and it's every 8 different homerooms there. So
Got it.
It's
Got it.
interesting, and we can break it down even.
It was kind of
further.
like the NBA in that once one person in your bloodline was in, you can get everybody else in. No
I
problem.
feel like that's and I'm not knocking that by saying this. That's a good advantage to have, though.
and
it's
for
so
that school,
early
yeah,
on.
most definitely.
Yeah.
It was
That-
cool.
I mean, you were able to go to Lane.
Yeah,
You
a lot.
know?
Oh, there was a lot of
Yeah.
channels into it. But I'll tell you
took the
this
test
about
for Lane.
if
I
there
didn't get
was
in the lane.
I didn't either.
if there was any if there was a diverse school anywhere in the city, it was that school. Like, I mean, you had literally anything and everything that you could think of underneath the sun.
It was like a creative arts school in a way.
But you didn't have to
you know
prove.
what?
But you didn't.
Right,
You didn't have to
right,
prove creative art
I get that.
abilities.
It was
to get
like
in.
just expressing yourself essentially. Like they'd like you to.
I really would have
take some
excelled
kind of-
in that, man.
you would have. You would have
Yeah.
enjoyed it because I
Yeah, I
mean,
really think
they
I
had
would've,
the
man.
communications arts
Well,
center.
I'm talking because of my condition. I've had ADHD my whole life. I feel.
No,
you know?
it would have helped
So,
you. It would have helped
right.
you in general because they have music,
Small circles.
music, photography, like. Well, it was small circles, but the homerooms were 28, 30 kids.
I guess
It's exactly what
the
you would
way
have
I'm
in
looking
school,
at it, like
but in
it's
one place.
more you're encouraged to individualize.
Yeah,
if you have something-
I'd say so. It's kind of like it was.
There's
a
ways
weird
for you to
place.
explore interest there.
Yeah.
you know?
It was
Yeah.
it was a
Like
CPS
hone in.
school through and through.
Sure,
like what
sure.
everybody
Sure.
the students you'd have there, but there was something different about it. It was like what's the school in New York? The communication, like the creative school they
NYU?
had. No, it's like a high school.
Oh, in New York, I don't know. Offhand.
But I feel like there's some sort of creative school there that people know. Anyway, that's what it felt like. You go in there and it's that,
It's
right?
like our Lakeview.
It's like it's only self-sustaining school in but I don't know what it is now. But without getting too deep, they have like a basement where they'd hold all the creative things, and you'd have a day of the week in every one of those places. Like you'd have a gym day, you had library day,
I get that. Yeah.
but then you'd
Yeah.
have photography,
See,
art,
That's so
music.
dope. That's so dope.
Yeah.
Dude, we did clay kind of shit.
Yeah, they had different kinds of art. Really.
Music and arts were taken out of public schools in 6th grade.
Oh no, we had that all the way through.
It was very
through.
depressing for me because I was an artist.
Yeah. See, they had that all the way through at Disney, and I think for a minute actually, photography. Like if you go to my mom's, they got like some. He might have some too. They have like our own not screenshots. See what I'm at? Face shots,
Okay.
headshots.
Yeah,
there you
headshots,
go.
right.
But like we developed them ourselves. Like he would take them, and we would like learn how to develop them and all the solution. And
That's so cool.
it was weird, man.
And like
Mr. Wisemeyer.
what's it called? The dark room,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Developer.
It was an interesting. That's an interesting class too, because I
think
can
that's very
remember.
cool.
I can remember the smell of like, I don't know if it's
The inks and
sulfur or
stuff.
whatever it is that they gotta use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like there's
Okay.
different, because you would drop it in.
Dude,
one-
that's
There's like dyes that you use though, right?
Just
yeah.
to bring out the exposure.
The science lab that they had. at
Oh,
Disney? Dude.
the science lab at Disney was crazy, state of the art for
Yeah.
sure for that time.
yeah,
That's
for
dope.
sure.
And it was just that type of school, but all it took was, I don't like, luck to get in by lottery. Honestly,
Pretty much, yeah.
No, yeah, that's lottery. Yeah, right.
There was no other way,
That shit
like,
hurts, man. It's
there
like
was-
fucking sneakers now. It's like
Yeah.
all those kids that got rejected from lotteries for schools and shit are trying to hit sneakers now. They're like, man, it's the same shit, man.
I keep getting rejected.
Fucking-
No, but
That's how serial killers
I-
are born.
Like, this is why my life is where it
I'm
is
gonna start
today.
killing people now.
the gym, dude, that school was crazy. The gym was nuts. The gym was like pretty nice. They set up like gymnastics,
Dope.
which all the schools did too.
Sure,
But
sure.
theirs was like crazy. The rings,
Hagen was
uneven
dope.
bars, all this
Palmer
shit.
sucked.
It's nuts, man.
Hagen, I
Just
said
somersault
Hagen was
across the
dope,
mat
my
and shit.
first grammar school.
That was a science school, right?
Hagen
or math
was
or was it
science,
something academy?
science
right?
and math.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
It's smart
they usually, like, you went to Vaughn after that usually, like
For me, it was either Lane or Vaughn. I got into both.
which are both lottery
Not because
schools.
I was super intelligent, probably.
Both are
but
lottery
because
schools, but you have to test to get in the lane though.
Yeah.
Lane,
So you
I'm
have to
surprised.
test to
Lane,
get
I
into
was
the lottery. Vaughn, you're just lotteried.
I was
It's,
surprised to have gotten into Lane, to be honest, based on like the test. That shit was not.
I was
easy
not
from what
prepared
that
for
was
that
different,
test.
man. My thing was that it was weird for me because there was over 30 kids in a smaller classroom in the place that I took the test at. I don't know if it was. I think it was at Lane itself. I don't know where exactly, but
I think I was in a cafeteria when we took
something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
mine
I'm
was in the
used
cafeteria at
to
Lane.
a smaller class, and I can ask for help, and obviously, but you can't ask for help or anything like that. And because of my condition, I just like I blew it. It was bad.
Yeah, man.
I've been always bad at school. I don't know like how I did. Like every test I take,
And then my buddy
of that
who
importance,
doesn't-
I don't know.
Like he skipped, and shit. He tested high.
I felt the same way because I went to go and take
Literal high.
no, but like
He's
like
I'm
his
about to
grades.
take this
like-
lane test real quick,
no,
dog.
not because like we didn't smoke then. It was fucking 8th grade. But
Yo, people who tell me they started smoking at like 13, I'd be like, what?
yeah.
You's a liar.
I tried it at 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you continue?
No,
exactly.
I wasn't.
Those were like, well, this is my lifetime.
It's not reasonably
It wasn't
sustainable at
until
that age.
my junior year, senior year, where I was like in it. Anyway, I forgot my point that I was trying to make. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, the lottery. We're talking about Lane taking a test, and you were mad because one of your boys.
Took it high.
So
got
right,
tested high.
and he scored really high,
Yeah.
and he got in, and then ended up graduating, and he was like top of his class. And I was like, how the fuck? Like you didn't care about school and grammar school, and you get into one of the best schools or high schools in our city, and you're killing it now. Like fuck.
I wasn't even mad.
Not mad.
about-
I'm just like, what the fuck? How's that happen, bro? Like I'm studying my ass off, and
I
I'm
feel
getting
you.
fucking B's. Like
I was mad about
Bees.
Lane at first too, and then I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm going to Taft. And I was like, oh, well, Dave's at
Man.
Taft, so fuck it, man. Whatever.
that shit killed me when I had to do that, man. Roosevelt was my home school.
I wasn't trying to go there.
I could not go there. I would have, man, that would have been bad, bro. I would have been in gangs and I would have dropped out and shit. It would have happened, bro.
Yeah, Roosevelt, man. I remember that not being the
Yeah.
greatest school.
No.
So yeah, Taft and fucking Irwin was there. George Mueller.
At Taft?
Yeah, no, not George. George was with you actually. He was
George
at
who?
Lane. George Mueller.
There was a Mueller, but
you'd know his face.
not. I don't think it was George. I think.
Oh no, Carl. Carl.
that sounds. Yeah,
Yep.
that sounds about
Yep,
right.
Carl, and that's who I met. But yeah,
Ah,
but Carl used to come to Taft to hang out with Irwin and Irwin's crew.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Irwin saved me from getting fucked up.
Erwin
my
was a little
freshman year.
thug.
Yeah, man.
so
It was
a little
this,
thug.
it was this
What's
fucking,
up?
this fucking senior basketball player. I was sitting by myself, which I knew I was dumb for doing during
Sitting
lunch.
by yourself.
During lunch, it was
Like,
my
like
freshman
that's
year.
a thing, right? Like I just want to be alone.
No, I just didn't know anybody. Man. I didn't have friends yet.
No, I'm
it was
saying,
like my second weekend and shit.
No,
I was just
yeah,
like-
I'm just saying like.
So
to
I'm
your-
over here
like,
eating my
Why
struggle
would you think
lunch.
it's wrong? It's I just
Oh,
want to
yeah, I
sit
don't
here
know.
alone. I'm
But
out.
wait, you didn't
I just
know,
feel like a Larry.
I'm
You didn't know anybody else
lonely,
from Palmer who went
lonely
there?
as
I just feel like a
Larry.
Larry. It's
Fucking Larry.
you didn't know anybody else from Palmer who went there? Like,
my age, no.
really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because when I went,
not
like
at that time.
like
Well, I
80%
did.
of my
That's
graduating
crazy.
class
It was
was
Holmes.
fucking Matt Henry.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
But we had different lunches.
yeah.
So yeah. But yeah,
like-
so like wait, I'm going.
Like 80% of my graduating class went there. So I was.
Yeah, I guess a fair amount of mine did too. You're right. I guess I just didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I was by myself that day. So
It's one of those days I was eating
fucking
alone. Man.
senior basketball player has a fucking Letterman jacket on. He like flips my lunch over and he's like, get up. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, get the fuck up. I was like, no, just like that. He's
Like,
like,
you picked my fucking lunch.
he's
up,
like,
bitch.
he's like, you're telling me no? I was like, yes. So he
Like,
like,
wait,
so-
wait. Wait, are you telling me no or yes? Yes.
I was like,
No.
yes. So
Wise guy, eh?
He like goes to pick me up, and all I hear is, "Hey, no, not him." And I look over, and it's Irwin and his guys. And he's like, "No, like he's cool. Don't mess with him. Leave him alone." And then Irwin bought me a lunch that day, and I started hanging out with those guys.
Seems like a
And
movie.
then that guy got
Sexy
fucking
lunch, huh?
larried out the group then because of all that shit. Like they started making fun of him because of that.
It's a fucking Larry.
Dude, it was bad, bro. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So
Not
then,
him.
and then from freshman year, like at that point on, I was like known.
So you're saying Irwin made moves with his fingers? That's it?
That's all it was. He said A and said no, not him. Like that's not the guy to fuck with. Don't do that. No.
Nice. I didn't
Hey,
know Erwin had that
not
kind of
him.
He
pull,
saved
man.
me, bro. I was like, okay. Like
Is there a song?
I came over, dapped up with him and shit. I was like, okay. Like
Actually,
he's got like
Irwin-
9 different types of fat
Irwin
farm
did-
shoes at a time. Like
He
you know,
did happen to save me once.
he's no. That dude's
I
solid.
now that you mentioned it, no, seriously,
What
it was a Halloween. It was a Halloween thing.
Erwin is a thuggish,
I think I remember this shit.
back in the day.
Yeah, I
huh?
think I've told this story before. You know the story. We were doing I forget. It was me, Rich James, and George.
More people from the block.
George.
Yeah.
George.
So we
guy.
we decided we were gonna go walk around during Halloween, right? We did our walking around thing. So much like your story, we were so we had made our way from the St. Ed's side to the Palmer side, right? Which was obviously foreign land for us over there.
There was a
Right,
beef
right.
going on, man. You know, it was public school versus private.
That's turf right there.
We were like,
you
"Fuck
know?
you, St. Ed's,
And I didn't,
bitch."
and I was from the neighborhood, but not from any of those schools, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nobody knew me really from any of those
The
schools.
schools from outside of all that shit.
So
Who is this guy? Who knows him?
guy?
Who's
Who
this
knows
Larry
him?
over
But
here?
that has nothing to do with it. Like, so it was us four walking, right? And they used to walk around during Halloween. Used to see them like in this big black cloud of people.
True.
And I remember we saw them. So like we're walking and we saw them. So we cut left, right? And we were just gonna walk. And we were like,
Damn, so it was on site, huh?
oh man, we were like, oh no, we don't know what's dude.
We can't let them see us.
Probably
We'll follow our asses.
25 of them, like
Holy fuck.
from that neighborhood, you know. So you be like, so we cut the left, like we crossed the street, and then right before we kept going, made the left, and so we were like, oh fuck, we were like, what are we gonna do? I was like, I got 2 eggs, you know. So
I got 2 bullets.
so next thing
That's
you know, somebody runs up and it's like, yo, and it's Erwin. He's like, all right, just walk with me over there, you'll be cool. So like, I guess he let him know. So we walked up and we were like, yo, and we just were like, I remember I had my eggs in my pocket, like I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. But like he did save our lives that night because it at least would have been beat up with eggs.
Yes.
We at least would have been thrashed a little bit.
Yes.
Pause. We're reckable.
Yeah.
That was I think one of maybe the first time I remember getting frisked by the police,
Oh wow.
allegedly.
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 But did you get frisked or not?
Right.
Yes, allegedly.
I feel like that's not a certain answer.
It's not a thing.
Well, regardless,
Well,
that's what happened.
you know,
Allegedly.
y'all sounds like y'all owe Erwin a lot. You know,
I mean,
I
we
mean-
owe him. I wouldn't say a lot. But,
Is he listening to this podcast?
I don't know.
Probably
Maybe
not.
not.
Maybe not.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but I think we all have that type of. There was a somebody who brought you into the cool crowd somewhere.
Well, I don't know.
Like,
I
don't
didn't hang out with them afterwards. I just didn't get beat up by them that night.
know. No. I mean,
That
but
would
like,
have been bad, man. There was a lot of those motherfuckers. I knew it.
well,
We saw them. We were like, oh, damn. That's like the one cloud of people you didn't want to see.
Sure.
trouble's there. All right, dog is getting restless, and we've talked a lot. So let's do
Shoes?
sneakers and call it a day.
Let's do that.
All right.
Go on, Dave.
I got these Hirachi pralines on.
Chestnut praline.
Are you going to take them off?
Oh snap! Now you're about to get male shoe play happening.
Oh, MS,
What up?
whatever, candid
What up?
shoe play. We don't have a lazy Susan for you to do
Boom.
that.
Right there.
What do you got on?
Damn, you trying to jump around fast.
Oh,
I got these as I mentioned earlier. These Bel Air 5s on. You know, shout out to Will Smith because who didn't want to be the Fresh Prince?
Bitches are dope.
You know what I mean?
first
Hey
things
man,
first, recipe, Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
for real.
For real.
So yeah, one of my top dogs.
Top dog.
Probably have said that
That's a
before.
beautiful shoe, man.
Yes. Good job to whoever. Tinker
Made it.
Hatfield behind the design.
Somebody made it.
I've
Somebody.
never had a 5 yet.
What you
I've
got?
been able to get one.
The Royal Toe one.
Oh, the Royal Toe ones.
Yes.
Ah,
I
I've seen
had,
those before.
they are recently cleaned.
Nice.
I had to put the laces in this morning because I was like, fuck. Like when I wash my shoes, I'll put the laces in the wash and then I'll forget that I have to put laces in. And often what causes me to not wear them for half a year or so is that I haven't put laces in. And I don't feel like doing it.
Don't do it.
I won't.
Go to Insta
Don't even
and
do it,
peep,
though.
peep the reels on his page. You know.
Yeah, and
Lot of
also go to
podcast
Insta
reels.
and peep the podcast page.
Yeah, that too. I mean, we're gonna try to get the reels there as well.
All
You know,
that.
whatever we can
Word.
do there.
Word.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Word.
again, welcome to all the new people. Thank you for coming back. To anybody who's returning.
Yes.
And then just follow us everywhere. Subscribe to us everywhere. Come back next week, and then hopefully the week
Hey,
after that and that and that.
come
and that.
back.
Yeah, that too. So
Buy
Without
dope
further
shoes
ado, here.
and buy good local music and music in general.
fuck bitches, get money. If you're single and are doing it legally,
Precisely.
we use our platform responsibly.
Yeah, I mean, you could do both of those pretty illegally. So
You can.
don't wanna do that. No,
No,
You shouldn't do that.
you shouldn't,
don't do that.
especially the first one.
Yeah, don't.
No.
Well,
Yeah. So for myself, my brother, and my other brother,
Yes, sir.
and my dog's fat, goofy self that just won't seem to shut up.
Big Benny.
He used to be able to go through a whole episode, man.
It's true.
I don't know what happened.
He's changed.
Come back for 132, and we'll catch y'all there, man.
Peace.